Hallöchen, wenn noch schon jemand hier ist, ich hole mir kurz noch mein Tee und bin gleich zurück. I just realized I need to talk to you. What am I doing? I'm gonna get some tea. And yes, exactly. Oh wait, let me actually mute this. And Flump, if you want, leave a follow right now, and you'll see the alert. It's glorious. Trust me. It's just and this is the abonnement. So if I ever get to affiliate, I'm thinking about switching this one to follow while I don't have actual subs. And this is the host. I like Duna. I also like Duna, Alex. So yeah, I'm gonna get myself my tea. I'm gonna be back in 2 minutes, and then I'm gonna advertise on 19,390 1,903. Wow, that's so much. Thanks, guys, everybody. The fuck? Where are you coming from? Did somebody share my stream? Welcome to the stream, though. I'm gonna get my tea, and I'm gonna be back in a hot second. Hiya, sorry, I just got my tea. So I don't have to stand up and get some tea. Thank you also to Arkikicks for following while the stream was offline. I'm just gonna post the link to the Twitch on my Twitter. And then we can go straight ahead. I'm so stupid. Oh god, I'm so stupid. I made myself tea. I forgot to actually remove the tea bag from the tea, and I just put honey in, and this is gonna be the strongest tea ever. Oh god, this is, oh god. Um, good. Let's just mute myself. Great, I typed that. And now we can back. TPOG, exactly TPOG. Like, if I get to affiliate, which is like the earliest in a week, then I'll definitely make myself a coin reward for you choosing the next tea flavor I'll get, because I have like, I think 20 different flavors. So I'm just gonna post a list there, and it's you can basically choose um, what I'll drink. Also, nice Applecast, I'm so glad. Yeah, I also fixed something with the resolution, so the resolution is now 1080p instead of 720p, I think it was before. The previous stream is also on YouTube now, so you can find it there. I checked, and no, screenshot are not enabled. This is a bug, apparently. So for the puzzles, I'll probably keep paint.net open, or I guess I can just go back to the puzzles and just take a screenshot. But in any way, shape, or form, yeah. Just remind me to take a screenshot. And yeah, if you haven't followed yet, please leave a follow, and then you can see the new follow alert, because it's pretty fucking dope. And yeah, we had, as a recap, what happened. We started out, we met with the others, we then hacked the helmet of Ira, where we learned a little bit about Superbia and Ira. And after we failed and everybody died, we actually got the different route where Ira dies, and it's revealed his name is fucking Alex. And he was a simp, so basically I was called a simp, which is quite rude, honestly. And now we're in this section, so we would start off right there. But yeah, if you want to go unspoiled for the game, I would recommend you to leave right now. And yeah, we're just starting now. And yeah, is there anything else left to say? I don't know. But yeah, but I'm very excited. I'm gonna stream for like 7 hours today, or more even. I don't know. But I'll definitely take a break in like 3 to 4 hours to eat a little bit and stuff. But yeah. Well, no, it's not simping. It's adoring them. Okay, they need hat pads. Me wasn't done giving them instructions. Greetings once more. I'm sure you'd rather not see me again, not after the vote and your forced witness of a dead body. I would like to remind you that there will be 5 more in total today, other than this one, so you should strap yourselves in. The carnage isn't over yet. Far from it. Fortunately for you, now you have an hour of respite. Please use your time well. We will be heading towards more of those education rooms now. If you'd remember the room you woke up in, they're a little like that. All the Mii cards are hidden further inside. To progress, you will have to unlock the door leading to the hallway, much like how you've unlocked the previous one. That is correct. Another puzzle awaits you. Hopefully you didn't kill off your best puzzle solver yet, or else you would regret it now. The timer instead of Encourage Helmet read exactly 4 hours remaining. Once you've made your way inside, you will have to split up into 3 groups. You may be 1, 2, or 3 in a group. The very moment 4 people enter the same classroom, they will surrender the right to live. Each classroom has an assigned subject for you to study and a question to answer. Jesus Christ. I didn't graduate to go back to school. The subject and question will be given to you personally by me after 39 seconds have elapsed since the room's door has been opened, which is also when it will close and lock. Don't you feel smarter by learning various subjects? Another smart thing to do. Not opening the doors until you're ready to go in, otherwise it will lock you out for 39 minutes. Please remember that once you enter a room, you will also only have 39. The 39, again, always a 39. So there's a theory that 39 is pronounced as thank you, so like thank you in Japanese. So that's a theory we have on why it is like it is. You will also only have 39 minutes before you surrender your right to live. Time is of the essence, and I will stop taking it from you for now. From now on, I will only appear to give you each room subject as you enter them. I wish all 7 of you good luck, and don't forget, I'll see you later. So yeah, another puzzle room apparently. Cora looked at the 2 others. Avritza looked back at her. Only Tristitya had his mind elsewhere, looking away instead. Anything the matter? No, it's just thinking. Feel free to solve the puzzle. Something just caught me by surprise. Yeah, I guess it would be a shame if the best puzzle solver would be dead, huh? Without further ado, Ancora set off to solve the puzzle and open the doors for everyone else. Oh, a new puzzle. This is going to be interesting. Do I know the puzzle or do I not know the puzzle? Ooh, let's see. That is one of the easiest puzzles of the game, luckily. It's really dumb. So it says spell valid words around clockwise. You just have to say valid words around clockwise. It's valid or I like this puzzle because I'm not stuck, but yeah. And it's the one you have to understand what it is, yeah. But like I solved it in the beta playtesting here. So around, you know, let's just go for the secret solution right off the bat, even though it doesn't do anything. Fuck. Oh wait, it is actually that, yeah. Confirm, and boom. Ba-da-da-da-da. Easy peasy. Also like how these arrows go into a cube, and then they kind of change perspective, I guess. With the puzzle solved, the doors are now operational. Oh, that's cool. Let's just hide this and then look. Okay, so there's a fire extinguisher. That's interesting. I think those are supposed to be doors, but they are kind of blocked, and these are the real doors where the puzzle rooms apparently are. I think the sign will be lying. I wonder if this is blocked off or just normal like this. And yeah, this is the locker rooms. I think I saw what you made it show you had the secret solution. You know, and then you solved it. Turning. Oh, that does. Oh, that's interesting. I'm gonna redo one of the puzzles then and see if that does it, because that would be interesting. But yeah, what I want to say is, when I was in Grundschule, so elementary school, I really wanted lockers because like I only watched American TV series and stuff. So my thought of high school was basically lockers, and then we actually kind of had lockers, but they were limited and they cost like €5 per year to rent. And I had a bag. I had to bring everything to home every day. And I was like, wow, this is dumb. So I just never got that locker, even though I wanted it for so long, and just was a casual, filthy boy like everyone else. As the group of 3 figured out, this led to another hallway. From what they could see at first, it was much more expansive than the last one, since it didn't have metal plates in place to stop their advance on one side. They arrived at a split road. Wait, let's just look at the trust. Yeah, he's at max, but he's dead. I don't know who to go with. I guess we'll have to see who opens up, but I think Gula or Justitia would be good candidates. But yeah. They arrived at a split in the road. One led to the left. Yeah, but like we only had, I don't know, 100. And yeah, I feel like most of the people only use them for sport bags because they were also really basic and stuff. So yeah, nobody really used them, I guess. They were also like only in the basement, so you had to, if you had to, you like courses in the 3rd floor, you had to go down, get your books, and then go up. Nothing game related. I'm watching it for my boyfriend. You can impress my English. Well, I mean, I'm a first of thanks. Second, I'm glad it's that good because I'm studying English studies and stuff. I actually ordered 4 books today for like 30 euros for my studies, and it's going to be awful. It's like 400 to 500 pages each. It's Great Expectations by Charles Dickens, Pride and Prejudice by, I think, Jane Austen, Bram Stoker's Dracula, and The Jungle Book. And, like, legit, I didn't realize that The Jungle Book, like, in German, Das Dschungelbuch, actually was a book. I legit thought that was a movie slash TV series and not a book, even though it had literally book in the name. But yeah, I'm also very glad that apparently my German accent isn't that prominent, I guess, because yeah, I'm very conscious about that. One led to the left with many classrooms and another fork with one direction blocked by more metal plates, while the right side led to a few more classrooms as well as a locked exit doors. Let's have a look at that way. Indeed, more interesting. I say. The 3 of them went down the hall, looking at each door. Some of them were stuck, bolted in place, while others were only closed. The difference could only be felt when Ancora pressed into them with both hands. 3 of them are accessible, those are the next puzzle rooms. Only 2 are down this way, though. After a while, the hallway turned to the left. There was mention of 3 classrooms, correct? I reckon the last one might be that way. I'm not so sure about that. And yeah, she has the deepest voice, even though she's female. Also, I'm going to host another giveaway on Twitter for this game. It's going to be sponsored by Jijanban on Discord. He wants to buy the game for somebody, and since I have more followers than him, he told me to just do it. So yeah, I'll probably in the break today we'll probably set up the giveaway, and the question I think will be, what sin do you identify with? Which of the 7 cardinal sins? Or like, the 10 sins? No wait, that's actually 9 to it. The teacher proceeded to try peeking into the familiar classrooms to no avail. The doors were all closed as per usual, and all of them had a high rectangular window covered by a metallic plate. Justitia took the lead to check further in at the very back, only to stop after reaching the corner. And Cora joined him, acting all curious. This is a dead end. There's a door, but it's got a lock I haven't seen here yet. Judging by where we are, the metal plates separate us from the very first hallway we went into. Yes, this is gonna be... like, somebody gonna say sloth, and I'm just gonna say, so do you mean Justitia, Arcadia? Thinking back to the map, and Cora knew he was good. Also, I'm gonna totally highlight those 2 parts. Like, the one part where the game basically called me a simp, and the other part where I was going into spoiler theory, like I was just on Wikipedia, and upload them separately to YouTube, because I think that those were hilarious. So yeah, the pad is on YouTube. I'm going to post a link to it later, and you can also find it if you follow me on Twitter, I think. Exactly the entire... Come on, guys, it wasn't an hour. It was only like 5 to 10 minutes, okay? Thinking back to the map, Ancora knew he was correct. While they spoke, Fabrizio pushed into the doors, but they were all completely bolted down. No use for all of these doors either. They're all completely shut. Yeah, man, like, This hairstyle is so interesting. Oh man, you know who it reminds me of? Cast characters. Let me just pull up a Google result. Yeah, so wait. Oh yes, this. So this is I actually forgot the name, but this is like a programmer, and like she totally reminds me of her somehow from Sakura no Pet no Kanojo, by the way, which is a very cute anime that made me cry. I don't think any of these are going to unlock. It's almost like they're just walls. Like most of them in the first hallway. He spent a moment thinking about what it meant before he shrugged it away, motioning for the others to get a move on. Let's go back and share everything we found with the others. The group agreed to the proposition and they went back to the split where the others had conspicuously arrived seconds later, including Luxuria. After a brief discussion on what to do next, the group split back up. Luxuria, Nvidia, Ghoul, and Superbia were checking out the classrooms down the hall while the first three went over to the closed door they'd spied earlier. I don't know if I enjoyed it, like it gave you crippling depression, but it also was very cute. It was very, very cute. Within seconds they would. The thing is, I watched that during my first rides to Gamescom. Like Gamescom is a big convention in Germany, like I think the biggest in the world actually about gaming, which is cancelled this year sadly. But I also had like an hour of train ride to it, and I watched anime during that, and I watched that, and the thing is I had to cry, so whenever I turned to Gamescom I was just an emotional mess. It was bad. Within seconds they were standing in front of it. Much like the previous two doors, this one had a puzzle next to it. However, it wasn't lit up yet. We might have to do another voting session to force this panel to light up. That's a guess if I've heard a head on. It just makes sense. Everything so far has been methodically built to bear away when we go too fast. This door isn't going to open anytime soon then. So what now? Now we decide on our groups. Let's wait for them in the split. They didn't have much time, the clock was ticking. A few seconds later, the other group joined back with them again, and the discussion about how to split up was delayed once more when the Luxuria mentioned the possibility to form a voting group. So she's manipulating us. She's manipulating us a lot. She wants to be in that voting group and is gonna kill one of us. This is very fishy. No, that's not a good idea. People grouping up ahead of time to decide on voting orders, but would the others out would jeopardize the normal decision-making process. Someone needed to chime in, so after consideration, Ancora agreed with the rest. Definitely. I think this. Yeah, this didn't change anything trustworthy yet. But I think that this is one of the trust value changing decisions. Maybe it's better to forget about them. And they're right, Lux. She looked at the smaller girl who averted her gaze. In a way, Ancora felt bad about denying her, but on the other hand, if the opportunity came again, maybe she'd go back on board. That's a cute-ass pose. It just wasn't a good time right now, especially because 4 could outnumber 3, but after they'd vote out all the 3 others, what then? How would the final death be decided? If things turned bloody, it certainly wouldn't look good for anyone again. This is... Do you guys know Mafia or like werewolves? So like in German it's die Werwölfe vom Düsterwald. This is an awful lot like that. So basically the village has to vote out others, and usually when it's 2 good ones and 1 bad ones in the end, like a 3-parter, then 1 is the kingmaker, but here it's gonna be with 4. This is interesting. Exactly. I'm exceedingly grateful you could understand our tormenting dilemma. Luxuria and Ancora looked at the others. Avaritia, Tricia, and Nvidia were all nodding their heads. Gula didn't seem to truly be sharing their opinion, but all she could give was a slight shrug towards the two, considering she was outnumbered. I think I'm a teacher, so normally I would talk about Unity too, but I think we shouldn't make a group this time. I have a feeling I'd be excluded from it because my situation is different or some other excuse. Plainly understood. I am certain this endeavor would serve only to truly and well drive a wedge between all of our personages. She stared at her nails, making no eye contact with anyone, or helmet contact, as it were. With no chance of making any additional alien alliances, Ancora gave up on the idea for now. For now. It's a little too dangerous when absolutely everyone is around. Because who are we kidding? Of course there's going to be a vote group sooner or later. I guess that's that. What about me cards? Did any of you find any more? Actually, we haven't. Luxuria looked quite bothered, but only Ancora seemed to notice. As far as me told us, he's lying and she's covering it up. As far as me told us, we have to explore more of those death traps to find additional cards. Looking in the hall didn't give us anything. I have a theory our 3 teams will end up with 9 total cards again. Also, a little interesting thing, if you look closely on this watch, it is like one of those cool watches which have like 3 or 4 of the what is the Ziffernblatt? The clock thing in style, clock dials, which is very in style for him. Of course, we won't need all those cards to vote. And the first rooms didn't even have 9 cards either. That came later. Probably the same here too. But we're going to need them to finish discarding them in the slots of that weird hexagon or whatever. Either way. Yeah, so there's no chance for us to slack off. The doors to the first room haven't opened again since we left them, so if we don't get those cards, we're completely stuck. We should organize our splitting accordingly to our skill level then. Yeah, the Gula and Luxuria need to go with somebody who's clever like me. Am I gonna go with them? Cool. Balanced teams, huh? And Cora knew what that meant. It meant that since she'd already proven herself to be smart, she wouldn't have much of a choice with whom to go. Going with Tristidia seemed out of the question. Precisely. Each set had a specific individual better poised to solve those infernal contraptions. As a result, it would be best to split up accordingly to set a skillful lot. Cora, Ula, and I are the ones who did most. From what the others said, those who did at least were Ira, Lux, and Vidi. No, that's wrong. Cora interrupted him while shaking her head. In the room, Vidi did a good amount of stuff. Bia bitched and moaned the entire time, barely helped. Wait, come to think of it, what is Bia doing? She's been unnaturally quiet. The entire group noticed that the girl was gone. Did she even come back with the other group? She might have remained in the hallway, come to think of it. First, let's get the group made. Then whoever ends up with her will go fetch her, okay? The music really caught me off guard. I have a little theory. So there's a theory that everyone is the mastermind, or everyone thinks they're the mastermind. And remember when we left the groups and like spied on them through frequencies? What is if she's doing the same right now? She's spying on one of her helmets and is hiding somewhere to do that. And the reason that we couldn't actually spy on Luxuria was because someone else was spying on her already. Does that sound reasonable? Thank you, Applecast. It's my theory. No. But yeah, everyone is in agreement. That means we should form the teams something like Ula and Ava, Vidi with me, and 3 others, which would be Lux, Bia, and you, Cora, would go. Me and Bia and then Lux. Oh god. Would go together. Wait, you want me to team up with Bia? She wanted me dead. I am aware. Maybe she won't hate you as much as if you're both put in the same team. Huh, strange teams. You're putting girls with girls and boys with boys. Now that you mention it, you're right. Still, I think this is our best lineup to force some differences to fall before the next voting sessions. Wait, which were the other voting sessions? Ula and Ava. VD with me. Interesting, maybe because Ava is disapproving of Ula's looks, and that's like a barrier? Before he met Biovira. Could have been VD hacking looks before he met Biovira. True, that could have been VD because VD was alone, wasn't he? Yeah. Gula was with Luxuria. Who was Ava with? Like Avaritia. Was she with Justitia? Probably, wasn't it? Still, I think this is our best lineup to force some difference to fall before the next voting session. Something was definitely nagging at... Exactly. This is... Wait, this is all coming together. Like, take fucking notes, Moon. This is all your theories. Something was definitely nagging at Tristitia. The more he spoke, the more his tone became a little detached, as if he was thinking about something. Huh. And Cora left it by for a moment, because her objection to grouping with Superbia hadn't been entirely shut down. Wouldn't grouping with Ava and Ula be fine too for me then? Sorry, I'm a bit tired still. He was caught short, still halfway in his thoughts. I guess that would be fine too. I don't really have an objection. It does unbalance Bia's team, however. Then I'll take Bia with me and VD will go with Lux, if that's your choice, Cora. And Cora had a choice. Either the teams would be Team 1, Ancora, Luxia, and Superbia, Team 2, Invidia, Tristia, and Team 3, Avaritia and Gula, or they would be Team 1, Ancora, Avaritia, and Gula, Team 2, Superbia and Tristia, and Team 3, Invidia and Luxuria. Ah, that's interesting. I'm personally tempted to go... So let's look at the trust values. We have good trust with Gula. I think Ancora, Avaritia, and Gula would be great because we can up our trust values with them. Plus, I like that more than the prospect of being with Superbia. What do you think, Chad? What do you think, Chad? But yeah, I think I'll go with the second one. With those groups, composition in mind, Ancora went with... Yeah, Tristan, I do think. Chat, we need opinions. It does make sense. Avangula both at... I don't think Ava is at... Oh, she is! Since when? Oh, because I agreed with her, I think? When did she become 33%? I haven't seen much of Ava, so it could be interesting. Yeah, like, Ava is a complete mystery. You also don't know like what the perversion is, you know? Like, we know for others what they might think what their crime is and stuff, but for Avaritia, probably with agreeing with the Russian, exactly. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Avaritia and Gula. This is one of the scenes changes. That's because I really like this and I can just quit whenever, really. Let's look at the flowchart. Yeah, I somehow made a dead end. This is... Wow. I got into a dead... Okay, Chat, should I stop? Ah, God. Chat, should I stop going into the... should I stop going into the flowchart? Also, I think I just realized what the thing is. It's a cool S if I got a secret solution, and it's a normal puzzle thing if I got like the normal solution. Let's just test that theory. Mina would just say go on the point of exactly. Exactly, and then I did the me 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 E. Where's the here? We had two of those E's. It picks imprison. Pigtails. A pigtails. A pig's tail. So what is not enough for this room? Exactly. Exactly. But like, pig, like we see the pig and the tail. A pig's tail. Let's try a pig's tail again. The thing is, I don't like it that this middle is sorted by meat. Oh right, that is the other puzzle. Okay, wait. 9. First we meet Pandora, then we meet Imperbra, Superbia, then we go out, Tristitia, Era, Avaritia, Cora. Gula and Luxuria the Lost. Because like those three show up at the same time. I think it's this order, but it should be Pandora, then Ancora, then E, then S, right? It's so cool that this spells a pig's tail, but also like the beginning, you know? Let's go to the flowchart. Yikes. It doesn't seem like I got the secret. Yeah, no, I didn't get the secret, sadly. I hate that I have to redo the puzzle every time I answer the correct thing. So maybe this is like a part of the spoiler where we meet Ancora last. Nvidia, Superbia. Then it's Justitia, then it's Era. Switch those two, it's Avaritia. Then we meet Luxuria, Gula and Luxuria. Yeah, I guess I'll still have to do the me thing. What do you think? Pisita Gla? Then I'm going to put Pandora. Yeah, exactly. Like, do you meet Pandora first? Do you meet Pandora last? I feel like I don't even know if I can solve this one yet. Birth me code guy. This is 2A's. Let's just type this in if it's correct. Itagla. Simp. You can totally spell simp with this. Solved. I think this isn't it either. Maybe Ancora first and thing last. You know, Pandora last. Exactly, but I feel like the order from left to right maybe is a thing. Okay, let's try to switch Pandora with Ancora. So it's Ice, Ita, Glip. Ice, E, T, A, G, La, Glip. E, E ice eta GLP. This isn't it either. How many permutations are there? Maybe here we are playing as in chorus instead of puzzle. Oh, that is an interesting thought. But then we would basically have all the other 6 in one row, kind of. Yeah. I'll have to brute force this later, or like once we know more about Korra and stuff. So let's just go with the normal novel route. I'll go with Ava and Ula. I think that's what I like most. And the teams can be balanced anyway, right? If that's fine by the others. The silence that followed betrayed the lack of objections from the entire group. You know, this may seem a little sudden, but I've had a thought. A sudden thought. Yes, an epiphany. You know what an epiphany is, right? An epiphany is the specific moment when your mental prowess shines and arrives at a conclusion, or when you attain an extraordinary idea. It is, to put it simply, a short moment of utter clarity. Post-nut clarity, I know that. Something like that. I'm not sure I'd say it like that, but anyway. I just had an epiphany, I think. I can't really talk about it yet, though. If I'm still alive after we come out of the rooms, I might. He's gonna die. He just raised so many death flags. Wait, let me just, let me just add another image. Boom. What a splendid death flag. Gonna raise that every time they're raising death flags. Well, all of that seems a little bit random. We don't even know what it's about. I'm actually gonna also note down that he had an epiphany, so I can remind myself later in like my birth me code interesting.txt. Just yeah, epiphany during mezzanine. Let's actually Google what mezzanine means. Yeah, can chat remind me to Google what these means? Mezzanine. A mezzanine. Wait, disabbreviation. A mezzanine is an intermediate floor between main floors of a building. Mezzanine assets, digital assets, create an intermediate step, especially in the video and broadcast industry. Huh, I can't really even choose to go with just any other route either, so we... Oh, right. Oh, that's bad. We don't know what it's about. Christy changed... Oh, fuck. Christy changed the subject, deciding to leave what that matter up to another time. Alright then. I'll go fetch beer. Biatch. You guys can go to the rooms in the meantime. Remember, we're not exactly rich in time, so we have to hurry a little bit. But you know who's rich? Superbia. I know. As if to prove the fact that he left right afterwards. And Korra could understand his desire to not waste any time, given how more than 2 hours already went by. The next rooms shouldn't be too bad either. The last tribe is the one I'm more worried about. For the time being, 39 minutes is ample time. We'll probably be done within half an hour. For the last ones, though, maybe it would be best to take someone short. We need 2 deaths in the next hour again, somehow, so that we have 2 hours of respite. All of those thoughts were interrupted when the team split up, leaving Avritya and Gula alongside Korra. The 3 of them remained quiet for a few moments. Shall we, as they say, get a move on? Need not I remind you both that, as Trist has eloquently put, our allotted time is substantially diminishing these moments of inertia? What the fuck? Yes, well, I was waiting for you to be ready to go. That is quite the coincidence, as I was doing similarly. Politeness indicates that the eldest should step oh, shit. For the lead, after all. The eldest? Are you calling me old? I'm not as old as I look, trust me. Ancora took the lead, understanding that time was working against them. The two others followed, focused in their exchange. Perhaps you would prefer showing your progress in a common count on determination. Do you mean my age? It's awful hard to understand what you're saying sometimes, even as a teacher. It's really insane, Applecast. Like, when I was younger, I had a TXT on my desktop where I basically wrote down English words I didn't get, like haven't heard of and ever, and I haven't used that in ages. But like Gula is forcing me to use it again. Words like chasm were in there, or let's actually look what words were in there. English Vokabeln proliferating or anisotroping or rejoice, bask, adjacent, to resolve, bosom, hone, unprecedented, fret, to pry, haphazard, courteous, brinkmanship. I love that word. It's Spiel mit dem Feuergem. A maggot, real, vulture, entice, impartial, steed, intertwined, light, defilement, armistice, fathom, and circuitous. Like, most of these words I just know today, and it's really showing me how far I've come, really. Do you mean just switching through three voices, God? Do you mean my age? It's awfully hard to understand what you're saying sometimes, even as a teacher. Gula snickered at that revelation, amused beyond words. Oh, pardon me. I was not entirely certain of that fact. Now that I know it, I could not help but find its notion hilarious, for this means a student has surpassed the master, has she not? If you mean that a student was classing the teacher in speech patterns, yes, I would assume so. But a more flowery speech pattern doesn't necessarily make it better. Would you care to elaborate? What good is talking in such eloquence if no one understands you? Ancora listened to the two of them banter about the elder student's choices of wording. However, after Avaritia's questions, the two of them had fallen silent. It appeared Gula was taking those words into consideration. Oh my god, is Gula actually going to talk normally? That would be sick. The entire time the group had been on the move. The room closest to the next set of doors already had occupants. That's where Nvidia and Luxuria had gone. The other two rooms were to the left. Superbia and Tristu were about to enter the one furthest away. Hey, good luck! The girl called out to the smaller group. Justitia sent a wave, but Superbia only averted her head, and the two of them vanished inside. They're gonna get a move on. I'm not sure if Superbia was her usual self, or if she was ashamed of herself. Either way, let's go already. Oh, time's so short. After casting a glance to her fellow companions, Ancora led the way inside. She could tell the others were anticipating the discovery of what was inside the room. Was it another classroom? The short answer was no. Is it gonna be the garden or the bar? Like the... It was the bar! I'm so good. Oh my god. Inside was a bar. It was a spacious one with a comfortable couch and a broken television screen. There were some books on a few shelves. The shelves behind the counter were littered with boxes of all kinds. Oh, Joey. Apologies, Ancora, but you're not permitted to be here, so I shall have to demand your departure. Hey, why? What about you, huh? You're not allowed here either. Myself, your reasoning is erroneous. I am I just have to send that to Moon. Oh no. Me, making elusive Gula. Moon, no, you can't do that, no, Gula. Blah 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 blah. Myself, you're using erroneous. I'm illegal, 18 years old. Thank you, Jesus Christ. Oh god. Not in the US. Legal age would be 21. Thankfully, we are not located within the premises of the United States of America. Not that I believe, at least, unless our subjugation included the complete relocation as well. The group said of they didn't say where they are. I think they're like the previous game was playing in Canada in Montreal. I don't know where this is playing, but I'm just assuming it's also Canada. I mean, it's not as if we're reading what. Jesus Christ, Applecast. Jesus Christ. I have standards and morals, okay? The group set off in their own separate ways for the free 39 seconds they had to explore before me appeared again to tell them all about the subject of the classroom. Even though it's not really a classroom, but now they should wisen up to the fact their environment is like the school they're used to, if they can't even remember the school itself yet. However, something is nagging at me, but I still can't put my finger on. The drinking age in Canada is 18 years. The drinking age in Germany, I think, is 16 or like 14, I'm not even sure. If somebody of the German folks is still here, maybe they could chime in. However, something is nagging at me, but I still can't put my finger on what exactly, just an odd feeling. A long, low table was positioned in front of the couch. On it was an unfinished drink, but taking it betrayed the fact it was entirely plastic. The television in front of the table was in a lamentable state. There was a door in the back, but a cursory exploration proved it was locked. Cripes! This door is indeed locked. I ponder what lay beyond. Figures we might have to unlock it so to solve this entire room. What a bother. And then the 39 seconds elapsed. On the dot, their visions were all taken by me. Just as by me. Haha. I know people talking about sometimes going to Germany. Yeah, exactly. But like sometimes you apparently can drink it below that, especially if you're in Bavaria and stuff. But yeah. Just as the door leading outside of the room locked. Welcome to a crash course in explosives. This room's theme has to do with bombs and the likes. Because Gula is the bomb. Welcome. Wait. Gula is. God, where is that? That is the wrong. That is also the. Gula is the bomb. Oh god, I had to click like 4 things for that. Welcome to a crash course and why is this important? It will become more apparent later. Your question for this room is, who set off the bombs? That's right, you have to figure out who the terrorist is in your group. Because there is a terrorist. Did you see the state of the school? Awful, so very awful. The animal who destroyed part of it took no one in consideration. All they had was blinded rage. Thankfully, most of you aren't involved in that blast. For the one who is, however, they would most likely be very annoyed if this information came to light. As a specification, I'm not asking about their nickname. I want their real name. That is what you must figure out. Full name. First say their first name, then their last name. I'll see you later. Yo, what the fuck? Like, that is... It's so interesting because... Oh, this is meta in so many ways. Like, someone had to know who was in there because she couldn't just set up the whole bomb thing depending on the choices. So, like, she knew who was going to enter here, and that is, wow. But also, we cannot know who he is just from the 2 possible compositions, because in both teams, Gula and Avaricia were there. That is interesting. I think, personally, it might be Avaricia, because I know many teachers, and they hate their school. Yeah, this is interesting. Their entire speech was much shorter this time around, lasting only a minute or 2. The group of three looked at each other from various points in the room, having been interrupted while they'd been split up. Well, I hope there will be some kind of hint about their real name here. These rooms were built fairly so far, but I don't relish the idea of finding myself at an impasse. Then again, is it really fair to do that? We've picked those nicknames. Actually, we did not so much pick those nicknames as they were forced upon us. It became so very easy to go along with it once it popped in our head. Into your head. Popped? That's kind of a strange way to put it for her. Clearing her throat, Gula continued, uninterrupted. Unimpeded. Oh, the sub. I think it's the subgroup, but yeah, you're right. It might be the big group. Then it's. I guess my thoughts are just gone, but yeah. It's also so interesting because nobody knows their real name. So if they only find their real name, not the nickname or like a description of how they look like, they will only know the real name. So only the person who actually is a terrorist will know that the terrorist, and everyone else is left wondering. Let me take a sip of my hungry water. I suppose we shall do our best to uncover this mystery then. This film. That was just a your voice, Gad. But yeah, if you're watching right now and haven't followed yet, please leave a follow to see the epic follow alert. Also, I only need like 3 or 2 more followers for affiliate and a couple more streaming days. But I think by the time we're done with Birthday Code, I think, um, I think I'll have it. I'll have the affiliate, which is kind of dope. Um, I do want to live. I do want to live. So yes, except it would likely be known whether the bomb was a male or female. Yeah, probably. But I mean, what if it's like an unisex name? You know, that could be both. Um, I do want to live. So yes, where do we start? I will be investigating the area surrounding this beverage-clad surface. Ancora? Yes. Pray remain as far as you can manage from this corner. Alcoholic beverages are not suitable for minors. You're only barely older than me, but fine. Though if there is no alcohol, I want to be at least be let in to investigate the place too. Very well, I shall take your plea in consideration. I am woefully uncertain as of now, however my opinion may be differently constructed in the coming times. Have you both lost your mind? Who even has time to worry over legality and illegality here? Just search the rooms. I'll take the area. You all did crimes. Some of you is a terrorist. You killed people. Who the fuck cares about alcohol? To be honest, we don't really know real names, and even the name of your was kind of possibly to be well. It's true. Alex is a very unisex name. I just assumed it was male. Yeah, there is also a possibility that one of them is like the other gender. Like Avritza could easily be a guy, um, and Nvidia could, I guess, be a girl. So I'm prepared for a kind of gender swap plot twist. So yeah, just search the room. I'll take the TV area. This meant for the next 35 minutes, Ancora would have more or less free reign over which area she investigated. Don't forget to bring everything you find to the same spot so we can go over everything easily. We can't let any clues pass by before we deduce the answer. I am also in agreement with this consolidation of found treasures. The thing is, she sounds very verbose here, but I am in agreement is also one of the phrases of Petra in Fire Emblem Three Houses, who literally can't speak real English, like it's broken English, and she also says that. But yes, they are both 33%. And yeah, once they're gone, I need a quick mute button, really. We're gonna look around here a little bit, like both actually clicking stuff, but also analyzing a little bit. I am also in agree. Let us away towards the vastness of this proletarian establishment. Her vocabulary's back. Something's going on with the speech patterns, and I can't make heads or tails of it. And I wouldn't really call them treasures. Deduction. Press shift to hold. Oh, I overclick. This couch looks pretty damn comfortable. I would say its comfort level is perhaps 5. What's a comfort level got to do with anything? The comfort level is supremely important. Say when you buy a couch, you want it to be really comfortable, so you'll test it out. At least that's what I've been told by a man who looked like he worked in a circus. Wait, what? I'm just here for like 10 minutes while eating, but hey, are you enjoying the birth broth? It's very nice. I found out gula is legal, so I've just messaged Natsu and told her to stop the rude commissions. So that's dope. The comfort level. Say when you wanted to really test it. At least that's what I've been told by a man who looked like he worked in a circus. This was like a Ace Attorney reference or so. Reference. Wait, let me just mute myself so you don't hear me typing. That was just a game for really in the spoiler chat. Nice, because I also wrote that to Moon, but he didn't even sit on this one. And then after you sit on it like this, Aritza sat on the couch. You shifted side to side, clearly distraught about something. Wait a minute, this isn't a couch. She stood back up and reached for the armrest. After grabbing it, she lifted the side of the couch like a bullet. It's fake. It's made of plastic. It just... If you give me a second, I'll need to make a meme. Please look in the Abe Memes channel for the meme. Something fell out when you lifted it. It was a piece of paper. It says Billa Quilla Vrilla Trilla. The fuck? Let me just... This sounds like French. Vrilla Trilla. Billa Quilla. Trilla. Ah, no dice. It says Billa Quilla. Ah, yeah. It was added to the rest of the inventory. Where is the inventory, actually? Here, items. And the talk button. Okay. So let's actually look around. We have the table. We have these bookshelves. There is a light switch. We have codes. There's boxes in the background. The pattern is interesting. It forms like an N and another N. It's not symmetrical. God damn. This is a weird eye. This reminds me kind of like the Great Zachary poster from Hades Code, you know? We have luck, which is only L-U-C without the K. Luxuria and a cock. No. We have here like the Illuminati thing, but it's like accidental because it's actually napkins, I think. We have lots of alcohol. Oh. Yeah, this was one of the Patreon rewards, I think. Yeah, let's talk to the people, actually. Let's talk to Gula. Please don't be presumptuous about the bombs. Do you know anything of those bombs? Which bomb? The one presumably situated at the epicenter of this ruined school? I'm afraid your search is in vain with me. Is that so? Yes, it is so. That is what I said, and I do not believe I have stuttered. Something feels off about her. It's like she's found something in this room but refuses to talk about it. Despite the clear indication that Gula knew more than she let on, and Cora decided to drop this line of inquiry. Gula wasn't going to talk about it on her own. Situating ourselves into an investigating mindset is more valuable than idle chatter. I think maybe if we had a higher moon also pinned in. Nice. I gotta pin Amy Smug to that. Maybe if we had a higher trust value, then maybe she would have said anything. But yeah, any ideas? What do you think? I like how the any ideas is just basically Ace Attorney. Any ideas? It's just like, I'm stuck. Please help. What do you think we have to do here? We clearly and definitely must figure out the name, yet I find myself at a loss as to what that could be. However, what is clearer is how we must search every possible nook and cranny. I don't know how much help I could be here. I may talk nice, but I don't know anything about this name, so... She might be flustered because she's not found much yet. I guess that's cute. I did notice how her vocabulary drops a few notches when she panics a little. Nonetheless, I have the utmost trust we'll figure it out soon. Perhaps remain on the lookout for any insightful discovery pertaining to letters. Letters, the K, the big K. Oh, I guess if we find that kind of thing, we have to put that together. Situating ourselves, yep. Oh, this is... I can't fast track this, sadly. Right, at once. Honestly, I'm tempted to commission somebody to just Photoshop Woola as like Spock with the hand pose. Sexy Spock, oh god. I just said, oh god. But yeah, let's talk to Fabrizio. This better be important. About the bombs. You remember what me said, right? About surrendering a right to live? Yes. I already have my idea on how it'll end after these 6 hours. We're looking for a terrorist, right? As far as we know, only Wing A and the Crossroads are still standing, meaning Bomb destroyed the other wings. The prospects of being killed like that aren't too interesting, but there's possibly a way out if it ends up happening. What do you mean? If you hide as far as you can from it, then maybe it won't get you. How strong of an explosive it is, I wonder. I'm not actually sure how strong the blast would be. It's not like I really could test it or anything. But it's also possible Pandora started to make sure they would use explosives strong enough to reach across the entire school. I guess it doesn't need to reach too far either. If bombs really destroyed 3 rings already. I'm also betting on the fact that Pandora found the bombs that didn't destroy Wing A. Maybe that's the one they used. Whoever the terrorist is, they didn't do a really good job at it. If it's one of us, that means they were probably young, so I guess they could have screwed up, yeah. Oh, even older people can screw up, trust me. One thing's for certain, though, I have nothing to do with it. I mainly teach low-grade psychology. I don't have 1 ounce of knowledge about anything related. Interesting. I've researched teachers' psychology. I think we'd need a motive of some sorts to pin it to anybody anyway. We'll get a name, but the name means nothing. That's what you mean? I agree. Even if we figure out who it is, what does it matter? What is the purpose of all of this? So many questions, so little answers. Makes me feel incompetent. I've reached her side, clearly a fair deal annoyed by that fact. We should focus on the search on this. Oh yeah, that's... Any ideas? Wait, so she's gonna be the person to come with the most random No, that's philosophy. That's not psychology. Any ideas how to proceed? Clearly, we have to search these rooms and comb them over. I already searched the cabinets and drawers underneath the television, but nothing. I found the remote, but it had no batteries, and the television definitely isn't in any working state. There's not even anywhere to plug it in either. What a scam. He's saying he wanted to watch TV here. Just for 1 minute or two. According to the status, line of inquiry wasn't proving to be very helpful. We should focus. Yeah, okay, that is again the. Oh my god, I could. Oh, that is a hack and a 2. Like, if I click on hide while that is typing, it's gonna. I actually want to try that. No, okay, never mind. It was just. Never mind. I thought I was just genius, but I wasn't. Shit. No, this is so sad. I'll be around here. Okay, so let's investigate. We had the thing here. Can I actually investigate the... Okay, so this is all I can investigate. Let's investigate the luck thing then. Let not your nubile digits dirty an iota of the contained refreshments Jesus Christ, disseminated across these sacred grounds. I'll touch the bottles if I want, and you can't stop me. Cease, or there will be dire consequences. In defiance of Gula's demand, a car gripped a nearby wine bottle. A long inhale escaped from the cow-themed cousin woman, which had its side held by the girl's hand in her state of utter horror. Sacrilegious! Heathen! Your spirit shall burn everlasting in the twisting abyss for this trespassing. I wish the screenshot button would work, because honestly, this is so screenshotable. Yeah, it's so bad that I can't screenshot. Calm down, it's not even alcohol. This bottle just has water in it. At any rate, the only finding here currently worth noting is... Jesus Christ, I was so scared. Is the lock upon the upper area of the front of this beverage's leaden surface. My investigation within its premises has not reached its conclusion just yet. Pray return at a later point. Okay, I guess we're gonna... Fan. That looks way too high for us to be able to reach it. Think there's anything up there that we need to get? I don't think so, but even I can't reach it, unless we use something else to get up there. After a few attempts, Auritia managed to sort of rearrange the furniture in order to reach it. With her hand up there, she shook her head. I can't actually reach most of the fan from this angle, but maybe... She gave a strong push onto one of the blades, sending the whole thing spinning. A thunk echoed from the side. Ouch! Something collided with... Something collided with my cranial armor. You'd be dead now. I must have fallen... I just got an achievement, what the heck? Reach 6 hours of total play... Oh! We just reached 6 hours of total playtime, guys. That was very coincidental with this. By the way, if anybody of you has the game, can you test if the screenshot function works with you, or maybe with a other button? Like maybe, I don't know, if I map it to, let's say Q or something, if that would work, and maybe it's just the F, like F1 to F12, which are blocked. It must have fallen off while they both were toying with the ceiling fan. Gula exposed the object to the two other girls by lobbing it back at them in a quiet show of fury. Auritia caught it, showing it to Ancora momentarily. More keys. I'm already getting sick of them. Either way, that's one more we have now. Dope. That's... Something about this fan feels more familiar than it has any right to be. Where have I seen it before? At home? Perhaps in the school itself? No, I don't think so. It's just because it had 6 blades. What is that for reference? Also, I'm gonna examine everything twice. Nothing here. Okay, I won't read out the double things. What's this poster of? It's like a giant eye, but there's nothing written on it. It's kind of creepy, honestly. I'm not any more certain than you on this one, I'm afraid. Unfortunately, and as you may have surmised, I very only seldom attend such shows. A show? So you do know more about it. I guess nothing more. I believe I may have heard of it. It is an illusionist, yet then... The great Zack... The great Zachary. The great Zachary. Great Zachary. It's all coming together. I guess nothing more. I believe I may have heard it, blah blah. I very much doubt it bears any impact on our findings within this enclosed environment. But the poster for the ruler was creepy. Nothing came of it, though, except for the fact that the more she looked at, the more she remembered something pertaining to it. It was a man, but she could hardly distinguish any features or even a name. Okay, nothing changes. It is so Zachary. Was that of an eye, wasn't it? Well, I don't know necessarily if know if it's an eye, but let's wait. Do I have the screenshot somewhere? Wait, let me actually ignore what I'm doing right now. I just need to find something. Okay, so this is a screenshot from Hades Code. So first off, like, this is insane. This is the art style change from the first game, Hades Code, to the second game, Birth Me Code. That is insane. And yet here is the magnificent Zachary with the eye. And I think, yeah, that's, you know, you think something is up with him. Because that's literally the only name ever mentioned in this game other than the names of the participants. So we think that might be valuable. Yeah, shout out to, oh god, I don't actually know who did the backgrounds, but Mero did the sprite, so go follow him on Twitter if you want. He also posted some fan arts in the Discord. It is pinned in the fan art hide spoilers channel. What else can I here? I didn't find anything good in the bookshelves within my first room, but maybe this. Oh yeah, cool. References again. After a few seconds, it was clear she wouldn't find anything new in there. It didn't help that she couldn't reach the highest shelf either. How much longer do I have to endure this? I don't know. Talking to yourself. No, not really. Sorry. There's nothing in the bookshelves. Are you sure, or are you simply too short to reach the higher ledges? She gave a cursory look over it, and then she grabbed something out from behind a few books. Always make sure to... That is a box with many keyholes. Always make sure you comment entirely and ask for help if you can't reach. Cora ignored that for the most part and instead focused on the object. It's a box with colored faces, 6 faces, and they all have a lock in them. I guess we have to find 6 keys for it. That's a lot. That's a lot. But it seems to contain a bunch of things too, so I think that's what in here might be a key out of there. Shaking it a little, she nodded. Meanwhile, Cora was wishing the first vote would have gotten her in after that awful pun. What? That is a pun? Oh, the key out. That is not a pun, that is a cool statement, okay? And no, for the protocol, I just started Hades Code in the background, muted it, then selected the thing in the thing because I saved there last time and then I opened up and made a screenshot and put it in MS Paint because I would have just, yeah, that's what happened. Serafine, I think was the name. Yeah, oh yeah, that's the name of the background artist, I think. I think there's one of those ornate keys in here, and they feed me cards too, judging by the noise. Either that or other stuff. It all looks so really solid, so I don't think we can break it. Sounds good to me. I guess we found what we're looking for now. 6 keys. Why the number 6 again? It's interesting that she didn't even say she knew there was something in there in the back. So like, who set that up? You know. But yeah, we have 2 doors in the bin. Not another bin. At least Bia isn't here this time. Pray explain yourself. Oh, nothing. Just she blew a fuss about having to search that. I'm not. I'm not squeamish about getting my hands dirty. She gave a wave in the air as if dismissing the thought of that girl. She laboriously investigated the contents of the bin to no avail. And there wasn't anything inside at all. Why did she get mad again? It was because of VD, I think. It's been so long, it feels like a lifetime ago by now, even if it's really just been a few hours. Wait, 1 single second. The girl lifted the bin and underneath was Hey! There was something underneath now. To be fair, Moon, I didn't know if you were here in the stream. Oh, you can change your name to Applecast on Discord as well. Nice. But like I tried to enter some of the Hadis codes names in the What Connects Us All puzzle, and like Simon didn't work, Marco didn't work, but the other name didn't work. So either you missed that or that is not data mine, but that is just in this game. I'm going to have dinner at this point. See, like, yeah, sure. I'll probably be stuck in this room still, no, but I'll think I'll get out so you won't miss too much of a story. I'll also make a break in like 1.5 hours probably to actually eat something. Or like, I guess 2.5 hours. Let's see how far I can go. And yeah. But yeah, there was a purple key. Also, Moon, make yourself a Twitch account finally. Jesus, you're watching so many streams and just passively aggressively chatting on Discord. Aha, my unmatched oh, by the way, for anyone who isn't aware, Miracle Moon is the creator of the game. You can follow him on Twitter at Team Miracle Moon. You'll have to follow him if you want to participate. Yes, I know. If you want to participate in the what is it called? Giveaway later. Yes, that's the word I was looking for. My unmatched sense of observation told me there might be some hitherto undiscovered aid to our exploration underneath it. Well, that's good. Gula put the key on the table, leaving it for others to decide what to do with it. Okay, so we'll do 1 and do 2. Open Sesame, isn't that Open Sesame? Actually, Sesame. Isn't it a misheard speech kind of deal and it just says me? No, it comes from French, and Sesame is a name or something like that. Doesn't matter anyway. Let's open this door and see what's beyond. With a satisfying click, the lock came undone with a perfect fit by the purple key, and Cora threw it behind her without any second thought. Hey, what if we need this again? Rita, why would one key open 2 locks? That's silly, come on. Then we can just get it again. The group entered this new room, which was a hallway. It led to another door, this time without a lock to undo. Inside was... Oh, this is the storage space we also saw in the trailer. Okay, Moon, I will stop. But isn't the Wild Goose Chase? This is Untitled Goose Game. That's right, this is Birth Me Code. I'm switching the window. I'm not funny. A warehouse. Yeah, we saw this in the trailer. Let's just hide this and look around. Well, yeah, we have this line here. There seems to be some kind of electronic with this cable. Oh, there it is. It looks like a garden hose, maybe. Bottles, presumably from the bar. Lots of paint. Yeah, it looks like a storage shelf for the bar more than anything. Here's also a window. Where does it lead, though? Another place with alcohol. Aritz and Gula were already searching through the alleys, following Encora's words. The latter of the two was extremely interested by the boxes full of bottles. She's probably going to sneak out a few of those bottles. Well, she's going to be surprised when she tries drinking some of them then. They're all empty. Nice little trick. Okay, let's see. Oh, that is a lot. A Ventil Evolve. Yeah, I just had to think, what is the developer of like Steam in general, like CSGO and so called? And I was like, Evolve. I'm not tall enough to reach that on my own. We'd need something like a ladder or a step ladder. This is so predictable. It is so painful that it is so predictable. Exactly. There's a piece of paper alongside the fire. Oh, that is the fire extinguisher. I see. I can almost see what's written on it. Cora banged a few times on the window, trying to move around. What in the world is this insane cacophony? Can't you simply open the extinguisher's containment area? No, it's locked. Must I accomplish everything? Gula grabbed a nearby crowbar and smashed it into the window of the fire extinguisher. Oh damn, that's violent. Unfortunately, it soon became apparent it wasn't a real window. It was just a 3D object pushed into the wall that looked like a fire extinguisher case. Now that it was dislodged, Cora could build out what? This is one of the weirdest things I've ever seen. It's just a solid block of plastic and metal, and what's inside isn't even real either. The same can be said for this tool as well. It is absolutely insubstantial. Behind this block is written in Castorgen, Osez la vitre. In case of emergency, break the glass in French, I think. So I think we're in Canada. Oh. I happen to be knowledgeable of French, and that sentence is mistaken on a grammatical level, or perhaps it is simply an error in typography. Boiser should be briser. Brisé. So it's important I know. She pulled out something from the rectangular hole left behind. And we have an orange key here too. She put the block back where it was, reminding herself about this Boisé business. The key went with her stuff. Right, the thing said Boisé, and that was the word that had a typo. Breezer. Oh, so it's the O. Yeah, that's so obvious. Okay, wait, what was the typo? I need to write that down. So it's an O that should, no, an R that should be, or instead of O. No, wait, O instead of R. Jesus. Okay, I guess the first. Rejoice! I've unveiled the presence of a metallic locked crate here. Gula omitted the part where she'd been pointlessly examining the bottles on the ground. Given that they were all empty, all that, she seemed rather sad at that fact. But the lock is golden. We haven't found the golden key yet, have we? Judging by Cora and Gula's shared shake of the head, it wasn't the case. They still had to find a key to open the crate, which couldn't be moved off the shelves. It was bolted down to them. Looking at more boxes, huh? I gotta double check everything to make sure we didn't forget anything. Shortly after, Cora exclaimed in surprise when she found something between two boxes. Look, it's green key. I knew there was something in there. So does Pandora expect us to all search every single box here? That's kind of a little much. Well, I guess we have a fair amount of time left anyway. Without too much of a fuss, Avaritia searched through the area while accompanied of Ankora, but two of them didn't find anything else worthwhile within the stack. There's sure a lot of boxes. What do you think they contain? I'm not sure. Normally this is what you call a cellar. It contains wine bottle, and it's generally refrigerated due to the temperatures the bottle must be kept at. But it's not any colder here. Correct, it's not any colder. I'm not exactly sure why. It also does not look like an actual wine cellar anymore, or perhaps it was never meant to do so. Well, let's open one of these boxes. Try as she might, Ankora was unable to open them. No matter which one she tried to tug open, they were all heavily sealed. Should you lift one, it is quite clear they contain glass-made containers, wine bottles to be precise. It does make me ponder upon the absence of a frigid temperature. While holding a box in her hand, Gula took a step back, looking down to the ground. Within the folded opening panel of this cardbox-made contraption was a metallic object. The group took it. It was a golden key. Ah, the golden key, nice. Is that a yellow key? No, it looks golden, not exactly yellow. Maybe it can pass for one. Let's keep in mind and search more of these boxes. Yep, did nothing else turn up this section. Alright, let's investigate this cupboard. I can't reach the shelf. Very well, it shall be my task. Gula proceeded to pluck at the items on the shelf, bringing them one by one down to Ankora. In the lot were a tape measure, an empty cardbox box, a few bottles, a roll of aluminium. Nary a useful object here. I guess it was still worth it to check. Box on the shelf, tool on the shelf. No, none of these. What are you doing? I'm drinking with a pun. It just maybe it's too early for a pun. Wait several years or it'll better wait infinite years. What the heck? What is the reference? Isn't it Elf on the Shelf? Okay, here's the golden box. We have the key for this now. After fiddling with the lock a little, the box unlocked and then could be moved, which Gula took advantage of by taking it off the shelves. Inside were a few wine bottles, and near the bottom was a key. It was a yellow key. God, this bling always scares me. The contrast with the golden key was clear. And now a spoils. She uncorked one of the bottles, but it quickly became apparent that what was inside the bottle was not wine. In fact, the bottle had already been opened before. What is all this? Ankora examined it a little bit closely. Seems like drugs. But I actually spaced out a little bit. I just read that out loud without realizing what I read. A few wine bottles, key. Oh, okay. The trio watched in light surprise as they all realized that fact. The box was then subsequently closed and put back where it had been. I mean, wine isn't far from drugs, is it? It's still a substance that affects your body. Perhaps, but the drug contained in these bottles, that's a lot. Can you imagine if all of the bottles here had drugs in them? Do you even know how expensive this room is? Expensive, huh? How do you know all this is worth a lot? Oh, come on, it's no rocket science. Drugs can go for a lot, that's not a secret. If every bottle here was full of drugs, then we are witnessing a stashed, hidden illegal fortune, full of nothing but gratuitous larceny. After a few seconds to take it all in, the group went back to the search. Okay, so we got another key. I think that's all we can do, except, yeah, we can't reach this. Items. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 keys, the word lock. Can be Q, B, V, T. I think this is gonna spell out the name. Like the difference here. B, Q, V, T. Then the R from Brise. The O from Brise. And the K from Luck. And I think that's gonna spell like a name like Quentin, maybe? So I wanna... Wait, what? What sense of observation it was, just picking up the key from being lucky with guests and delivering it to the tables and bedroom, not even bothering trying it anywhere at all. Marvelous, truly. What? That's the door we just came from, Alec. Quite astute. I'm glad you joined the team. This comment saved us a whole minutes of research. Oh, don't be like that. There's no purpose to checking the door at any rate. Let us supply ourselves with the vast loot this room contains, other than wasting a short allotted time with this. So have you found anything here yet? It happens that I have. Upon its presentation, however, you must promise to take no duplicitous action such as wordlessly taking possession of it. I promise then. Kula produced a key out of nowhere. It was red. Its location was, hey, release my quarry this instant. Sorry, but I have to put it with the rest of the stuff. Consider it confiscated. I'm the only one here. You can't just do this to me like that. The speech definitely gets worse when she's flustered. Lol. It's so funny because she's like, don't do that, and then, how about, oh my god, can somebody remind me to make a meme? And it's like the, no, you can't do that, haha, Kigo inventory. I'm actually gonna write that down. Make meme. Ba. Meme. What is the section called? Deduction bar. So I know how to do that later. Use the 6 colored keys on the box. Great. After a little effort to use all of the 6 keys on the box, the group opened it. Inside of the box was a piece of paper. Unfolding it revealed a much larger diagram containing multiple sections. Think that's related to the name we have to give? No doubt about it. Gula didn't seem all too interested in it. Instead, sitting on the couch and paying little attention. The 2 other girls focused trying to understand what it meant, but the more they thought, the less sense it made. It seems like this name is in 4 parts. For the first part, it says, okay. I wonder why there's underscores there. Luck. The second part says plus common 4. I guess the common 4. Oh yes, I'm guessing 2 of these together make one name since they are on the same land. So it's Luke, Lucille, 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 I think. The third one says bois brisé, boys. So it's Lucille Bois. Final one plus wheels first. Wheel first. Did we get another one? Corporal had 2 me cards next. Aritza took one while Gula snagged the other. Hey! Gula simply shrugged. It is, as we say, shotgunned. Perhaps it is karma or payback. It does not matter. Regardless, there is a key you are entirely free to obtain. She was right, and the box was yet another thing. It was an old, ornate key, much like the one Cora already found. The tooth was shaped like the little letter L. I have to give her an answer. Sadly, she wasn't too happy about having to do it. Normally, one would be eager to leave, but it is unclear that due to the way this is set up, if you don't get it right, you die. So maybe she's just stressed, because she might have to say it being the older figure. And here thought she loved lording her age over the rest of us. Granted, she did say she didn't want to be treated any differently before. When you get an idea, wait, what is her trust level? It's still 33. Why did we do this escape room if our trust levels stay the same? When you get an idea, let's gather at the door to make our exit. Okay, so it says loose. Yeah, let's just pull this up in a document. So we have the cool S on the side. No, exactly. Luck plus common 4. Eel, and then we have the eel list. Kill, Beal, Lucille Boise, exactly, Boise. There is something missing here. Found in a colored box. We're missing one last thing. It's a key with an L. Maybe this can't do anything? Box on shelf, two on the shelf, no. I'm certain I investigated everything. Something is. But I. What? How? I literally investigated everything. That is. Let's talk to everyone. I don't think this will be bringing anything useful. I'm just skipping through text and see if I've already read it. There's this TV we cannot examine too. I mean, I guess it's right there where we're standing. Look, it's a book. There's one about the crook, one about the spook, and the one that shook the hook with the rock and the mook. What else? Fook. Yeah, I can swear. I'm actually surprised I got that. Okay, so, am I stuck? What's with this key? Large ornate metal key with a string tooth shape. Found in the on color glove box. And I can't use it on anything because I can't combine anything. I know that it's Lucille was something, but I can't figure out what yet. I feel like I'm missing something clickable that is very... The letter, step ladder, of course. Oh, fucking course. It is precisely one letter, yes. A plethora of programmable doors are now open to us. Probably the most useful thing we could find here, other than the answer to Mi's question, please, I carried it over if needed. No, I can reach this, so I'll do it. If you insist, it is quite great to eat here. Could we have actually found this letter beforehand and use it on this one so we didn't have to stand on that, plus on the fan? That would be interesting. It's kind of high, but here's a letter, a real letter too, not just a step ladder. Does you understand me? Reaching to the wheel after climbing the ladder, Reeds and turned it only to pull on it too hard. It broke, and it took a few seconds for Reeds to gain her foothold on the ladder. Ancora moved forward as if to help, but a woman dismissively waved, already coming back down with the price. Well, I guess that's what. Now we have a wheel. Isn't that dangerous, leaving that socket empty of the wheel? I don't know. But this wheel actually has markings on the outside. It says, just over linguist ingrate. Is the game mocking me again? What does ingrate mean? I'm a linguist, I think. At least that's what I'm studying. Ingrate, ungrateful, yes. I'm definitely ungrateful linguist, so that's right. I can't make heads or tails of what it means. Oh well, let's bring it with the rest of the stuff anyway. It's clearly a hint. Just wait. What does the hint says? Wheel firsts. Jolie. 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 Bois Jolie. Lucille Bois Jolie. Is that right? Huh. I think we got the name. Yeah, also welcome to all viewers, also those who just joined. We're playing Birth Me Coach. There will be a Twitter giveaway soon for a free copy of the game. If you want, you can follow me on Twitter. There's a cool alarm that will pop up, and I always love to see that. And yeah, so you have an idea? There's actually no time to waste. Well, we're not at the time limit yet. We have to vote to do talks to share, and also we need to try and figure out how to buy some time. Ancora stepped forward with a mind already set. The two of the others stopped all of their actions and simply stared as the shorter girl inhaled deeply, readying herself. Let me out! The terrorist is... Lucille. Boisjoli. The door unlocked. Everyone released a breath they most likely didn't realize they held before. After that, a shaky laughter came from Fabrizia. Well, that's not my name. I don't care about who the terrorist is either, personally. Let's just go. She was the first one out, clutching her meat-caught, and Cora looked as she left, expecting Gula to take the steps to go to, but she froze in place. She's Lucille. She's so Lucille. Also, Lucille is such a beautiful name, honestly. Hey, Gula? The door's open. Let's go. And also, she didn't call her Ula. Damn. Ah, yes, that is correct. Very well. She's so obviously a terrorist. Gula left without any other words. Finally, the blonde girl followed behind them. Okay, it is blonde, yes. A lot cleaner of an exit than last time, that's for sure. And we have solved the escape room. Clap, clap, clap. The group of 3 women emerged into the familiar hallway. There was nothing new about this place, so they all waited around, thinking the other groups would come out. After a few minutes elapsed, it was clear none of them that was going to happen just yet. They had escaped rather quickly, after all. I propose we gather at the crossroads instead of this location. You can go if you want, but someone needs to stay here to tell them about it. The older woman made a dismissive motion of her hand. Gula waved and left in a little bit of hurry to get away from the 2 others, and Cora stared slightly puzzled at that behavior, before turning her attention to Fabrizia. She's acting really strangely. It's almost suspicious, like she figured out something, and we haven't yet. Anyway, you'll stay here then. Yes. Yes, you can go too if you want. You have a Miko to find, right? Just go. Oh, that quick puzzle one? Yeah, I solved the Lucille. What was the name? We found the name of the terrorist. It was Lucille Boisjoli, and I think it's Gula. Ancora solemnly nodded and left Abritz's entourage too. Her steps brought her towards the room Superbian Tristicius shared. She had a thought of glancing inside to check up on the progress, but it was impossible. There was that metal plate over the door's window. Not only is this a search for a missing Miko, it's also a search for someone to kill off somehow. It would have been so much easier to let someone else try to answer the question. Doing it first was so stupid. Oh, yeah, true. Instead of kicking herself over it, Ancora wandered further into the hallway. After the bend around the corner, she arrived to a dead end. On one side was a wall of plates, much like the ones that blocked half of the large room at the bend. And this was the back wall of the first hallway, the one they all emerged from the triple classroom earlier. In the corner was a door. Above it, a sign read exit, but naturally it wouldn't work. First of all, this door was locked, but it led to a staircase that would normally access the second floor. And it has an emergency exit, but it's locked like everything else. Leaving here is impossible now. And Cora decided to head back to the others. She hadn't found a meat cart in this corner, but there was one past the door. It just wasn't time to open it yet. On the way back, making sure all classrooms were well and truly locked, she tried the L key to no avail. Alright, the L key. They might be mostly empty, some of them have stuff in them, like knee cards. They're an extra step to force people to split up while outside the rooms. And Cora almost made it back to Eurytia, but her trajectory was intercepted by Tristitia leaving his room. Hey Cora, you guys made it out first. You work hard. Yeah, thanks. I think we just got a little lucky. Where is Superbia? Well, we didn't. Oh, Superbia's dead? I don't know how to say it, so I'll just say it when we all group back together, I guess. Yeah, Superbia's dead. Oof. We're going to the crossroads after we've all left the rooms. Maybe you want to head there now? I've reached a closer distance seeing as the two of them had been talking about her. That's right. I'm keeping guard here so everyone knows about it, but since Cora's been looking for a me card, she's bumped into you first. Makes sense. Oh yeah, we had one extra Cora here. One extra because Superbia died. Tristia handed over a me card to Cora, who pocketed it without hiding her surprise. An extra card? Yeah, I'll meet you at the crossroads. Superbia's dead. I wonder if the fact Superbia died means Tristia won't tell about the other thing. I mean, why wouldn't he tell? I mean, it's not his fault that Superbia probably just butchered the answer. I also wonder if we ever see those escape rooms. Something's wrong. I've been having my doubts ever since he came out of the room, but there's something that's definitely wrong. He went in with Superbia, he went out without Superbia. How do you not put one and one together, girl? Without any other words, Tristitia made his way back around the hallway. Cora cast a glance towards the door he'd come out of. She hadn't been quick enough to look at the situation in the room. I guess it's important. I got my knee cut now, so... Yeah, go for it. I'll wait for the groups here a little longer. Bia, VD, and Lux still need to come out. With a wave, she saw Cora off. The blonde girl didn't need to be told twice. Her steps took away from the older woman almost immediately. Bia needs to go because... yeah. But she didn't go all the way back. She waited close by around the corner. Something nagged at her, something really bad. The same kind of feeling when you think something is definitely amiss. She just wanted confirmation. A few minutes later, Cora heard the door to Nvidia and Luxurious room close. She leaned forward a little after making sure nobody noticed she was eavesdropping. But it wasn't too bad, and honestly I'm not surprised. It's like the answer was just there. And Cora missed the part where they said what the answer to the room was. Bia still hasn't come out of the room, but the rest are at the crossroads. Really? Bia's still there. What about Trist? He left a while ago. He's already gone to the shotgun, so I had to guess. We do have a vote coming in very soon. The timer on Cora's helmet indicated the vote was in barely 10 minutes. But, well, I guess this is a worry right now, even if maybe I shouldn't be too sad about it. What do you mean? What's sad? Look at your timer. A small pause followed silence from everyone involved. Yes, so votes in 10 minutes flat. Remember what me said, we only have 39 minutes to escape these rooms, right? Yeah, so... Oh no! The small girl realized it. After a moment, it struck on Cora too. Superbia, she didn't come out at all and the time was over now. She's dead. It seemed like such an abrupt end for her. Yet even with her dead, something still bothered Cora somehow. You know, it's kind of weird. This means we have another hour, right? But even so, I feel like I don't feel sad or anything. I don't feel anything about it. Bia was also not the nicest person, I think. It's interesting that we're going because like a body has been discovered. Announcement kind of thing, so we don't actually know if the hour is added. Like, there was a timer ticking down 10 minutes, so... I mean, shouldn't the timer be an hour over now? Added, basically. He was also not the nicest person, I think. Well, it's desolating at any rate, but we can't do anything about it now. We do have an additional hour, so we can spend quite a lot of time thinking about how the votes will go. If only we could also confirm that she's dead. I didn't see her coming out, but she could have come out way earlier before Trist. And he wouldn't have left the room? No, I don't think so. You said you stood guard there the whole time, right? And no one came out? No one. Then she's dead. Let's go. That is abrupt. And Cora heard footsteps coming in, so she hurried away. Thankfully, her own boots weren't noisy. She was careful, even on solid flooring. She joined up with Gula and Tristia. The two of them had been talking, but when she arrived, the conversation ended. Judging by Gula's body language, and Cora guessed she was happy it was over. The others are coming. Alright, then I'll say what I want to say earlier to you two first. I've realized this is a little bit ago, but we're 9 peoples in total here. Well, it so happens that there's a thing in psychology called the Enneagram of Personality. Let's Google this. I mean, I know he's gonna explain it, but I also want to kind of... You know... Peacemaker, reformer, lover, achiever, creative, individualist, thinker, security seeker, adventurer, leader. Hey Toaster, at own leisure here, at own leisure. A Christian mystic who lived in the 4th century Alexandria. Okay, so we have interesting. The characteristic role is like investigator, individualist, romantic, achiever, helper, reformer, peacemaker, but there are also ego fixations, holy ideas. Let me just screenshot this actually. Here. The following day was changed on American date. Have fun with it. What? Okay. There are vice and passions. Here. Anger, pride, deceit, envy, avarice, fear, gluttony, lust, and sloth. So, yeah, these are all interlinked. So, for example, Luxuria would be a challenger and protector, I think. Sloth is the peacemaker mediator. Envy, individualist and romantic, that is Nvidia. Pride, that is helper, giver, superior. Reformer, perfectionist, anger. That doesn't feel right. Like, that isn't connected. Like, no, that's... But... In any way. The Enneagram supposedly classifies everyone into a main personality type, even if everyone takes from everyone else. If we can deduce who's what, we'll have an easier time determining who to vote for. Pray tell, which personality type would you claim you belong to? Ah, you know of it too? Slightly. In my youth I've perused this dictionary an astounding lot. Well, I'd probably be the peacemaker time, which is the 9th type. This is the peacemaker time, which is the sloth, which is Tristan. Oh my god. It's all... Wait. It's all coming together. He's the peacemaker. Wait, I just realized something. Oh wait, I selected everything. Oops. Oh, that is... I didn't want to click that, but yeah. Oh, well, I'd probably be the peacemaker time, which is the 9th time. The peacemaker, that's quite a stretch if you ask me. Yeah, same. No, it's the only one that makes sense. I started categorizing us into the types, and before I could say any more, the others caught up with the 3 who had gathered up for the vote. His theory is sound anyway. We're 9 and all of us correspond to a type or another. Maybe this makes the investigator, also known as observer type. Wait, there are 9 types. 1, 2, 3. There is fear. Wrath. I can't put the other two together, huh? Investigator, observer. That would be avarice. Basic fear, helplessness, incapability, incompetence, holy idea, omniscience, transparency, ego fixation, stinginess, retention, basic desire, mastery, understanding. Interesting, interesting. For the next minutes, Justicia explained what he was thinking about to the new arrivals too. Oh, the black screen again. So this means this is going to be the end. After Justicia was done, the group came together to decide on what the next course of action. Hold up, first we have something to say that's very important. We also came to a conclusion regarding something earlier. Oh, that! He shivered apprehensively, waiting for the verdict to fall. It was clear what the subject was. Even though we're not meant to know yet, but there's been some eavesdropping going on. I think that Superbia's dead? Yeah, well, Bia didn't come out of your room, did she? That is correct, she did not come out the room. Why is that? I don't need to explain my thinking, but I guess I can humor you. The slightly overweight boy began pacing around a little, somewhat nervously, but also strangely confidently. Earlier I spoke about the anagram. Well, I only told you what I categorized myself under, but I'm pretty sure I'm spot on with Bia's categorization. That's why I made sure she died. Wait, she made sure she died? That doesn't make any sense. She was a huge bitch to everyone, and how could she do that? What's her personality type? I'm not sure I should say, but there's more to each personality type than just the name. From what I found out in the room I explored with her, there was a very good reason related to her past, trust me. Obviously, the group didn't exactly know what was up with Superbia's past or her situation in general. In fact, it didn't seem like anyone really had memories of any time before they woke up. If I told you what it was, you wouldn't believe me because it didn't fit. That's because when stressed, her type can grow prideful. Yeah, pride. Not only was she stressed, but if I had to guess, lording over others is nothing new to her. Remember how she treated Ira? Yeah, it's a pride, so it's helper giver. This is deeply. You know about the anagram? Also, I wonder what the dialogue change was, Toaster. The thought of the boy had slipped from everyone's minds. At that point, Ancora looked around. The body was gone. It wasn't in the crossroads anymore. He has a good point about Ira. However, why is the body... God. Oh. I scared myself. Thank you, Emenias, for following. We're only like 2 followers away, I think, now from affiliate. Like 5 days of streaming. Actually, who's the legend? The change was removing Tristia, mentioning Superb's type. Well, you buy. Yeah, I'm sorry, Toaster. That's just how I play games, kind of. I like to be ahead. Especially with like mystery games, the games kind of are always ahead of you, so being ahead of them feels nice. However, why is the body gone? It doesn't make any sense. She is the mastermind. It doesn't make sense. But what? Exactly, Applecast. Exactly. Like, only like in a week I will hold philosophy classes on my Twitch. So, she was misusing her personality type. She became the corrupted version of it. My theory is that we're all more or less the corrupted version of her type. Which brings us to this dilemma. If you had to pick someone to die right now among all of us, including me, who would it be? I'm excluding myself from the equation because I'm the peacemaker, of course. The peacemaker who just killed somebody. You're welcome. I didn't know you did stream until now. Just noticed your streaming status in Discord. Yeah, are you on the birthday code Discord? Yeah, I'll, it's kind of sometimes announcing Let's Play Abby and Shell if Moon feels like it. But yeah, also I'm announcing it on Twitter and stuff. Yeah, I'm a little bit into the game, I guess, like 6 hours or so. But definitely others are farther. Like, some of them even finished the game. This is insane. So yeah, welcome to the stream. And I hope you enjoy it. The group looked at each other for a few moments. It didn't seem like anyone wanted to speak. Perhaps it was the fear of publicly outing someone that was preventing them. Yeah, probably 7 hours. I mean, I could just go into the main menu and then see it, but yeah, people will be rushing the game like crazy. Yeah, but that's not normal progression playtime. What do you mean? Well, yeah, okay, stream time and game time. I guess I could have been like 2 hours ahead if I didn't do stupid stuff on stream. Perhaps it was also because they were debating if they wanted to call out the host on his dishonesty. Yeah, that's a mild way to put it. The one who broke the silence was Avrizia. I would probably vote for Lux. Whoa. Luxuria took her hands up, surprised, almost backing away from the accusation. What? Why? Why me? A feeling, I guess. We have to pick someone, and I probably go on that feeling right now. Of course, my mind can change on it. But I didn't do anything hard. Maybe that's why she has that feeling. Either way, I asked. Because matter what you pick, you'd be right. We're all here to die. But me only said 6 of us would die. That's correct. That means we already lost 3 members, so we have to kill 3 more. Which personality types are the most dangerous when corrupted, you think? Ankara had to admit that she didn't know much about the anagram of personality beyond just the names. She hadn't gotten to study those things yet. Meanwhile, Tristitia seemed to have done a lot of research on the internet. Research. Wait, let me just make another meme. Trust me, it's worth it. I just... Uh-huh. Okay. Now in white. And now in black. Oh, that is actually... Shit. Nice, I just saw that. I'll send the link to chat for people who aren't in Discord. Also, I'll share the Discord for the previous meme I made because I realized some of my viewers aren't on the Birthmaker Discord. And yeah, this is the meme I just made, the second one, and I think it's very fitting. Meanwhile, Tristitia seemed to have done a lot of research on the internet. Research? All we have to do is to get rid of that trio of most dangerous... Dangerous one. Can I be annoying and ask for a description? A description of the meme? Or what do you mean? I just posted a link to it. It's... He's the perfect peacemaker. The perfect peacemaker. I mean, isn't the gun of McCree in Overwatch also called Peacemaker? Yeah. You know, but... Oh, you're... Oh, I mean, yes. Oh, I'm so... Oh, I just... Hello, Mayana. I just saw your profile picture. Oh god. I didn't realize you were her. So the meme is basically because every time something philosophical or anything is mentioned, it's I go to Wikipedia and just read through the articles. And Tristitia said, meanwhile, Tristitia seemed to have done a lot of research on the internet that it just changed Tristitia to Parlex. And yeah. Okay, so a revolver was aimed at the other side of nowhere. But yeah, this is a visual novel with lots of text. I'll read the text, but there's also little A lot of visual stuff going on, so I don't know if it's the best game, but I really, really like it. The meme stuff, exactly, it's truth. A revolver was aimed at the others out of nowhere. It was then that the danger of the situation truly dawned on everyone. Justitia had a gun. Kirby has a gun! Taken from some place unknown. I'll need to make that Kirby has a gun meme too. I have so many memes to make. Oh, I just realized the name changed. Metanoia. Let's just Google that while there's a gun being pulled at us. Metanoia. Change in one's way of life resulting from penitence or spiritual conversion. Now I have to Google what penitence means. Penitence, the act of feeling or showing sorrow and regret for having done. Repentance. Interesting. So that's it then. That's how this ends. He fired it once. Luxuria screamed. Jesus Christ. He fired it again. Ancora shielded herself with her arms. He fired it a final time, and then there was silence. Silence for 3, while 3 others fell to the ground. Ancora watched as the scene happened in what felt like a small eternity. First, Avrita's weight brought her to fall. Then Invidia's weight collapsed him to the ground. Finally, Gula ended up heat, never to breathe again. What? But didn't... What? But didn't he just say, I shielded and Luxuria screamed and... Come on, I built my trust with them! What? Huh? Okay, so we had of course envy. This is Nvidia. The individualist romantic. The basic fears have no identity or significance, and the virtue is no. The vice and passion is envy. What? What? Evritia is what is her sin again? Can somebody remember? And like Gula is gluttony, I think. The enthusiast, the epicure. Planning, wisdom plan, being unfulfilled, trapped, deprived, to be satisfied and content. So, what? Every shot of the gun had gotten them a square in the heart. What happened? Everything happened so fast. She must be really good with a revolver. It's dangerous. Luxuria couldn't even say anything. All she could do was stare. She was staring in pure bewilderment. Where before there she'd screamed, now she was saying nothing. Oh yeah, right. Read. Thanks, Applecast. Her laughter was broken. The cute voice coming from her helmet spouted such strange laughter. It was going on and on. It was an uncontrollable laughter. People laugh when things are funny, but they also laugh when they are anxious or fearful. That's why laughter therapy exists, and the kind of laughter coming from Luxuria was not one made from a good joke. She was laughing because if she wasn't, she'd go completely mad. This is insane, isn't it? Lux, snap out of it. Yo, what was that jerk? Holy shit. That was weird. And Cora suddenly grabbed by the smaller girl by the shoulder, shaking her slightly. The girl ceased her laughter, and instead the reality of the situation dawned on her again. After a heavy shudder, the girl began to wail instead. No! No! None of this is correct. None of it. Trist! You killed him just like that. And I would do it. And I would do it again in a heartbeat if needed. Right? Real talk. Tristia is the Agnes of this game. And I would do it again in a heartbeat if needed. Speaking of which, you're the one I can't categorize. You can't be a gentle peacemaker. The peacemaker is me. And it's what I'm doing now. I'm making peace. He waved over to the other bodies with an arm while Luxuria hiccuped in apprehension and fear. That's not making peace. I mean, shouldn't she be kind of happy because 3 got killed and maybe the mastermind is behind them. She stood up to the. From what we know, you're not wrong, and I don't know how to feel about that. From what do you mean? What we're wrong? What did I say? She stood up to the overweight boy, even though he had a gun. He was just killing everyone. You're wrong. That is a gun. It's making peace for the few who remain. That's not killing everyone. Just being honest, exactly. This is killing everyone. Oh wait. He's gonna shoot me, isn't he? You're wrong. It's making peace for the few who remain. That's not killing everyone. This is killing one. He's gonna shoot me. Yes. Oh! This is Snake or Girl. And the victim was killing them. It was Luxuria, and Cora shuddered and suddenly had a nauseating thought. He's coming. Run! Run before he shoots. Run! Whatever. Okay, I think I can't actually play that on stream because of copyright, but outrun my gun. All the other kids with the pumped up kicks gotta run faster than my bullet. All the other kids with the pumped up kicks better run, outrun my gun. Definitely gonna make a meme of that. He's coming. Run before he shoots again. Revolvers have 6 bullets. Assuming he's killed Superbia, that's 5 spent. He's still got 1. You just have to stall out 1 bullet. Come on, Cora. With that thought, nothing happened. It was already too late by that point. Even if Cora turned around to sprint away, yeah, he's way of a good shooter. The shot caught her right in the back. Her body lunged forward, and she rolled down the heavy cement stairs. Pain coursed through her. She must have had fractured a bone, or a few bones. As life slowly escaped the body, she had a thought. And that thought became 5, 10, 20. It was as though a voice was talking during the final moments. And then she faded. Those are the thoughts that also Ira heard. You know, the death section of Ira, this is the exact same thing. Luxuria directives, alphabet... Oh, what? I need to write it down. Luxuria directives, what? The thing is, due to playtesting, I know these are directions of a puzzle. Luxuria directives, alphabet and water. 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 Please kill me. Who said that? But the box remained shut. Also, like, is there actually a but the box? Is there credits? Like, I actually can't remember if the credits rolled the first time around. Also, the sun is slowly setting, so I need to close my blinds. Oh lord. I check extras. Oh. That's 2 more. Okay, artisanal bombs. With the advent of the internet, it is increasingly easier to fabricate all sorts of terrible explosives. In general, those bombs are able to cause great damage, but the safety when handling is mediocre at best. 5 of them were used to collapse entire wings of the school, though 2 of them malfunctioned and didn't even trigger. The real question is, where are those bombs now? Are they being used for the Kill Me game? Epiphany. An epiphany is a moment of sudden and striking realization. It occurs when the brain suddenly makes a connection of 2 different ideas together in order to produce a third one. It is also said to be a manifestation of a divine being which doesn't operate under the laws of nature. The latter definition is more biblical in origin, while the former is more scientific. The 2 of them carry the same meaning of manifestation. Huh. Yeah. Huh. I wonder if we unlocked... No, we didn't. Yeah, I wonder if we should... Cora went with Luxuria and Superbia. and Cora. How, but I didn't choose this trust yet. I shouldn't be able to set this. Hey Moon, is this a bug? Because I am able to click on this. I mean, I guess I'll have to load another save file now. But like, yeah, I can set this trust. Yeah, but like, I shouldn't be able to set the trust, right? If I saw both endings. No, but you can set. I can set it because I didn't choose the other option yet. Like for example, if I'm here, I can't set the trust here because I didn't unlock the other options. Oh wait, yeah, here you can set it. When is that a bug? Oh, I got a ping in general chat. You filing moron. But that doesn't read a little bit further. You filing moron. What do you mean new file? Yes, I know it's a new file, but still. Yeah, exactly. Apple Cars also thinks it doesn't. Well, it doesn't matter in this game. So it's I already checked how points, but yeah. You may access any segment of flowchart as you like, provided it's already been outlined by playing through the game and the Go button is lit up. Some segments have trust requirements to light up the Go button. For those, you must manage two choices. Preceding them, once you enter a segment, all your choices outcome is set for the remainder of the same, blah, 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 blah. Choices will only let you set them if you've experienced all their possible trust change. Okay, so nothing changed. Oh, okay, so yeah, okay, yeah, I get it now. Because the escape room didn't change any trust values, so both options were unlocked right off the bat. Okay, that makes sense. Moon, I'm sorry, I'm the dumb one, I'm a moron. You're the clever one. We're gonna start at the beginning and go through some of the trust things we haven't unlocked. Or do I want to go here actually? I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, there's multiple trust things that I could. Honestly, I just like going wild on it and just solving the earlier ones. But yeah, this is puzzle 6. Yeah, I think I would just set this one and then go to this one and set the thing, and then this one. And yeah, we all know that. But yeah, I'm gonna go to the toilet real quick and get something to eat too. Don't worry, it's just some sweets so I can go over, and then yeah, we'll play probably for half or 1.5 hours, and I'm gonna take a little break, and then I'll come back. I'm intrigued by the key on the luxury play for a bit. Oh yeah, right, the L key. Huh. Oh, I don't know what to pick. I kind of wanted like to. Oh, this key you mean? I didn't see that. Guess we're gonna do that. Yeah, I guess we're gonna do that. Well, I guess we have figured out what we're gonna do after I come back. So yeah, I'll be back in like 5 minutes. Hey, sorry, I'm back. My roommate told me to hang off my towels so she could hang her stuff up. So that took a while. Also, my Twitter link. Oh, damn. I think this is actually from before. Yeah, holy shit, that was before my Twitter. When I had still Pollux 0 underscore Pollux 00 underscore. Um. Okay, can somebody check if the panels are updated? Also update the Spieleprojekte. That's probably, yeah, it's exactly, it's old. Let's close this and let's go back to the game. This is the first trust we have to set. I'm gonna with NVIDIA. Then we have multiple trusts here, and then here trust, and I'm gonna go ahead and do this one first. YouTube link is also that of Pollux Switch as YouTube, but not okay, great. Let me just change that too, real quick. Sorry for the typing. Also, welcome to all new viewers. If you're new here, I would love a follow. I have a cute and weird ass follower alert. As you can see, I am 3 followers away from 50 followers, which would mean if I stream a couple more days, then I can get affiliate, which would be very, very dope. With affiliate, I could make emotes and badges and stuff. And also subs would be enabled, so you could sub to me and I would eat a donor from every sub. Good. This should be updated. Can you check please now if the if it's linking to the right YouTube? Okay, let's just skip ahead here. Exactly. Oh god, can somebody remember what we did? I think we talked to Ira and to Tristitia. Did we talk to Avritia? Alleged can't remember. Oh wait, was this the one? Was it the first trust choice or the second trust choice that we didn't have yet? It was the first one. I don't know. I think it's... Oh yeah, okay, now I have to skip again now. I think we didn't talk to Avaritia first, so... yeah, I can't remember the scene. She joined NVIDIA, who was examining Avaritia, who reciprocated the stare. The air was a little tense. She joined the video who was examining Abritzi, who reciprocated the stare. The air was a little tense, as though the older woman was utterly annoyed with him. Yes, can I help you? I just didn't expect... You're not a student, are you? The woman stayed silent for a while, looking slightly ticked off. Ankara watched the exchange for a moment, comparing it to the others meeting Superbia not too far away. The rabbit was getting absurdly angry. That's a contrast if I've ever seen one. How astute. Yes, I'm not a student. I'm a teacher in this school. To have to be examined by everyone here right now, it's slightly annoying. I'm assuming all the others already know the fact that it's clearly an older woman in the group, and that's what's ticking her off. NVIDIA backed off, raising both of his hands defensively. My bad. Anyway, I'm in NVIDIA, and I'm guessing you're one of those, one of the names on that list too. God, it's so weird to now see that they're all not knowing each other anymore. I'm Maurizio, and obviously it's not my real name. Do you know what it means? It's Latin for greed. I can't say I'm happy with it. Good to meet you. At any rate, I promise I won't treat you any differently than anyone else. Good to meet me. In here? Don't think so, no. Well, you're a teacher, a figure of authority, so that's reassuring. Ha! You hear yourself. You just said you wouldn't treat me any differently than anyone else. Nvidia, outsmarted. Thank you, Eminius. Or should he call me Yana or Eminius? Nvidia looked like he'd received the gut punch from your words alone. Dealing with this woman clearly wasn't going to be easy. Ancora couldn't see her face, but she definitely looked permanently annoyed. I'm Ancora. I was in Nvidia in Superbia earlier. Yeah, I could see that. Just, She reached behind herself to mess with her hair a little, making it look even messier than before. Look, I might look cold, but at least I'm glad no one died so far, okay? Don't you two have others to meet too? So if I had that like, if I saw that in the beginning, I would be like, death flag. Because as we know, thanks for your time, Madhouse of Primitive Film was extremely impolite. After everyone introduced, exactly. And now we skip because we know what happens now. Actually, let's quit and go to the flow because I think we can set the other options now. Ah, we can't. Interesting. I think we just have to go. I only picked Nias before Mars. Oh yeah, you can change it at the beginning, huh? I mean, Amenias is not that bad of a name, but also a little bit. But yeah, this is Gula and Luxuria, blah blah blah, me me me. Literally me me me. I want to go with Gula again. But we already know both of those. Oh yeah. I should enable the skip already solved puzzles. But I guess I'll have to do this now. Oh yeah, we could try another go at 1/... theory. So... Oh god, I actually could have now. I actually could have. I actually could have remembered the order in which we meet everyone now. God damn it. Okay, I'm gonna say Ancora, Pandora, Nvidia, Superbia, Era on the left, Tristitia. Oh, there's a Tristitia. Era, no, Era and, Jesus. Avaritia. Wait, Superbia, Era, Tristitia, Avaritia, then Gula and Luxuria. How do you pronounce this law? Okay, let's try. Let me write that down. I can close my Lucille Bois thing. Api Sit Uggle. Okay, let's try Api Sit Uggle then. This is very embarrassing. Solved. Well, it's solved, but it's not blue. That makes sense. I don't understand since apple cars. I mean, I guess I'm German, so I kind of have apple cars, like Apfelkuchen, you know. Oh, let me just check. Skip completed puzzles. And yeah, let's skip ahead. Talk with Luxury, approached Nvidia and to help Era. I think we talked with Luxuria, but we didn't talk with Ira, so let's go with Ira. He stopped her with a hand before she could even say what he spoke to her. Everyone's watching out, but almost nobody's doing anything. I don't feel like anyone here can be trusted. He leaned against the nearby wall, shrugging while explaining his reasoning. Let's take them one by one. First, let's look at Bia. I don't think she's scheming anything. If I had to guess, she's a really simple girl who thinks she's superior to everyone. Ironic, given her name is a sin of pride. Then there's me. You can choose to trust me or not, but I trust you. I love Nvidia. Nvidia is legit my favorite boy. Which means he's perfect to use for now. Trist is the horse guy. I don't know, he feels a little sketchy. He's stable and he doesn't come off too strong. He's probably one of the more reliable ones of the group. And here this means he's the one you have to look at for the most. Yeah. And German, it makes sense, it's Apfelkäse in Dutch, but I'm English. Speaker streams nobody knows how to say it, given that's not really German. Yeah. Germanic language. He's the one you have to look out for the most. Ava is a teacher, and I don't think she's really a problem. She stands out out the most, so I doubt... Oh wait, I forgot the voice. So I doubt she's going to try anything big. It's hard to read her, because she doesn't think like the rest of us. She has a different agenda since she's older. Ira, honestly, he comes off as a real dimwit. I wouldn't be surprised if he ends up being someone else's pawn. He's not too loud, though. At least, if he's dumb, he's not pushing himself on others. Yeah, the pawn of Superbia. Looks so strange to me. She's really cute and nice. Most likely too nice, but it's really hard to think that way. We're all part of my emptiness, so I really wonder what her crime was. Finally, about Ula, I feel like she should be feeling a lot more shame than she does. She has a very eccentric look, too. Is it on purpose? I don't know. I'm having issues reading her, too. I see. Thanks for the monologue, but the others are on the move already, so we'd better hurry. Ankoro couldn't even place a word the whole time. Giving up on having a discussion while the others were on the move again, the two of them went to catch up with them. Once Superbia had rejoined the group, the helmet shut down, but now everyone was getting used to this. And now we can skip again! Woo! Serene. Now back with Luxuria. And it works! Solve the puzzle. Okay, so this is a hard puzzle, but once you figure it out, it's easy. Let's just also save this puzzle so I can use it for the achievement guide. I'm gonna do an achievement guide today, I think. After the stream maybe, or maybe tomorrow morning. The Luxury Alphabet and Water unlocked it, I'm guessing. Exactly, because the alphabet and water thing. So basically, it's H to O, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. Who is the... Isn't this the answer? I also know there's H to Z, H to K, and then A to Z. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O. Is this the answer? I'm not actually sure. Let me pull up Streamlabs again. It's difficult, no? It's difficult as organized. Solved. Stop the time, I got it. Is this the secret solution though, or is it only the easy one? Oh man. Yeah, this was part of the beta test, so I know the answer. I wonder when the puzzles will appear that I don't know or haven't solved. The never leave puzzle was something I didn't solve. The establishment had shut its doors following the atrocities. I recall that as well. It constitutes the main reason for which I ponder upon the reasoning behind her presence in this disaster. Gula and Luxury were together as expected. The Cowfiend girl was deep in the subject of the school's ruined appearance. If bombs went off in 3 wings out of 4, why was the 4th one not destroyed? Perhaps the explosives were defective. Yay, I learned the alphabet from... Okay, this must have been very confusing if you didn't see the puzzle. There was a puzzle, and you basically had to order letters in the alphabet, and yeah. Perhaps the explosives were defective. I honestly cannot presume to even imagine. The two of them quieted a little as they approached the hallway they'd been in first. Passing by Ira and Superbia, they made it seem like they didn't want others to hear what they were talking about. Once they were in Wing A proper, Luxury changed the subject. And what about Cora, then? What do you think of her? Her helmet's the same as the girl we killed. I knew it. I fucking knew it. What do you think of her? Her helmet's the same as the girl we killed. I think this is very fitting. I think the mastermind might be dead already. Damn. And that pose is also funny as fuck. I beg you to not endeavor in revealing our actions to everyone. Refrain from speaking of that sordid outcome. Don't worry, Ula. Nobody can hear us here. We're way too far from the rest of them. In that case, perhaps she has tricked us? No, that's impossible. The girl with us definitely died, beheaded like that. Perhaps your to the force has shrunken the opposition down by a ninth, yet we should not squander the advantage we hold upon that personage. Luxury was examining the small room on the side, which didn't look like it had much in it. There was a large window beside it, but looking through it didn't reveal anything, since it was blocked off too. Changing the subject once again, Luxury addressed Gula while pointing at the door. Exactly, because we killed. Jesus. I want to get in there. You should do something about it. Do you truly believe I could remove this obstacle simply by wishing for its disappearance? Just use your giant chest to break through the door. Nice. Nice. Out of context. I'm so sad. Did somebody launch the game and try to see if one would change the screenshot button that would do anything? Actually, let's just actually do it myself. Let's do right. Nope, I still can't do a screenshot. This is so sad because this is such a good game to screenshot. I wonder why that is the case. 5 active discussions. How many spectrums can I find in there? Please rate the volume 2 from 1 to 10. The letter S. Sorry. God. Yeah. Just use your giant chest to break through the door. Gula held an arm across the chest as if to block its view, an action that was bound for failure simply based on its size. Moon, were you horny when you wrote this? Your fixation with my bust is becoming quite a nuisance. Never mind the fact that you're the real culprit behind the darkened areas of this article of clothing. Jesus Christ. I need to focus. I need to Photoshop Palex. Let me just do a meme again. I'm just focused. I mean, it's so obvious. That's just a dead meme. Dead giveaway meme. This is a meme stream, honestly. I should just, change the category from games and demos to art, because this is art. So many people using a game for the stream. Yes, I feel so called out on. Just realized that uploading during a stream might not be the best idea, but yeah. Your fixation with my bust is becoming quite a nuisance, Lux. Never mind the fact you're definitely real cut with this Jesus Christ. Can you blame me for wanting to have a little fun? Jesus Christ. What the fuck is this? Was she like motorboating it? Also, this is Link. Also, like my my media, so my let me just do the speed to 100 again. Like this thing is really on point now. Like I actually commissioned this, or yeah, I guess I had the idea way before I knew about like this was before the second demo came out. I commissioned this, and so I didn't actually knew that Luxuria and Gula were a team. Because I also didn't know the others. I only knew from Patreon and stuff, and it was like basically okay. Gula, not Gula. Luxuria is the cute one, and she knows this cute caramel dancing, and she's gonna teach it to Gula, who then does it, but like it's not cute. It's hot on her, you know. But yeah, that's. Have a little fun. Besides, I didn't see you complaining before now. Gula hesitated a little before holding her hips. Jesus Christ. This, Jesus. Even I feel uncomfortable with this moon. Hey, Moon, if you didn't want to do that. Look, there is cute, but also a bit extreme, you know, which is how. Yeah, exactly. You are quite the impossible. You are quite the impossible scamp, Lux. I may regret allowing you an iota of freedom. So long as it does not turn to complacency, I will assume the risk. If it means anything, I'm super thankful for that. Still, we should focus on the main thing at hand. Is the main thing just how cute you... Jesus Christ, they're really flirting. Imagine making Pelix and Core. Yes. I still cannot get over how cute you are. Is it on purpose? Cute things such as you are dangerous, so I should really not let you play me like a fiddle, but I can't help it. So cute that you're forgetting your usual vocabulary. Ah, that is correct. Apologies for that. I shall endeavor in not exposing myself too so readily. That'll be hard with the clothes you have, I think. Gula was definitely embarrassed at his words, but both of her arms uneasily crossing under her chest. The girl even averted the gaze for a short moment. I think that Gula actually wore something before, but they killed the girl and the blood came onto her, so she had to take off her shirt, and it just left it with a bra. I never imagined I had to come up with theories surrounding why a character is half naked. I just need to let it sink in. I also need to open my window, it's a little bit sticky in here. Yeah, exactly, and I think the lust that she endeavored in wasn't something like motorboating, which is definitely the thing that the writing wants to make us believe, but more like killing somebody for fun. But yeah. These clothes, I'm fully aware they are not very flattering. You won't see me complaining, Ula. Besides, I like girls like you. I like them a lot. Do you understand what I'm saying? Jesus Christ. The cow-themed girl's embarrassment grew tenfold at that, and a long pause followed the admission. Luxuria noticed, eventually clearing her throat. Ah, so sorry, I shouldn't have been so forward. No, it's okay, it's perfectly fine though. I don't really swing that way. Did you ever try? Someone like me, I mean. I'm not really... Jesus Christ. God, Moon! You know, it's my job to loot the characters, not yours. Where is the Gewaltenteilung gone? The separation of powers here. Oh God. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Jesus Christ. If you haven't tried, can you truly say you don't like that? Besides, I'm cute, right? It should be fine then. What am I even... Yes! What am I even watching? For a moment it looked as though Luxuria might have gotten through to Gula. The latter signified as if admitting defeat. Perhaps. You truly are dangerous, aren't you? But I believe we have more important things to focus on, such as the unearthing of an escape route. Let's talk about it later then. Pinky swear? The pinky swear. They do it. Oh, they can return to one of the classrooms. But this is not one of the classrooms we escaped in, right? The duo resumed the search by entering a nearby unlocked classroom. Looking around the place, the two of them turned everything over. They did find a me card hidden inside the teacher's desk. How strange, but maybe I should leave it here. Pray elaborate on the reason behind that ridiculous notion. I'm thinking we could use it to our advantage. There's an additional me card for us later, and if not, then at least it's a way to keep everyone in here, since we won't get 39 cards without this one. To keep everyone incarcerated, I could understand the thought, but for which purpose? It feels like it would be more fun if we make full use of these 6 hours, no? I find myself somewhat reticent. Your inactions never cease to bring me the utmost worry, Lux. Both for the others and my own self. And are you sure you don't want to date me still? I can guarantee you just one day to let you know all about what it's like with people like me too. What the fuck? Is Luxuria... I don't want to say the... I don't know how to put this, so I'm gonna say the word that is kind of offensive to others, but I think it's describing it well. Is Luxuria a trap? Because kind of the writing maybe makes me feel that way. Like, it fits a little bit, honestly. Worry not, Lux. I suppose I can ponder on that embarrassing subject just for you. I remain unconvinced for now, however, so please pardon my self-imposed exclusion. Luxuria is proving to be a probable thorn in my side. Perhaps it's a good idea to try and steer the group towards voting her out. She's clearly winning Gula over already. They are too close and she's the boss. And just like Gula keeps repeating, Luxuria is looking extremely dangerous right now. She's the reason why the 9th one died, huh? All of a sudden, frequency switch interrupting the feed which cut and restored to English course. Jesus Christ, that is crazy. Yeah, exactly. It's still gonna be that. Okay, we're at the scene again. Let's go ahead and see if we changed any outcome, because I think we either gonna die or gonna be in the lower one, because our trust value with NVIDIA is quite high. Okay, I have to actually see when this is switching. Now it's switching. This sounds like what we have already read. Oh, this is the switching. No, interesting. And Cora was gathering her thoughts. It was going and it could help her as Alexander was getting to her. Seeing how she was panicking, others took the spotlight instead. Wait, actually, what actions made Luxury trust this reason? It's because of the spying on Gula and Snake. That's also why Ira and Superbia were the 333. That's also why I think trust is a not the best term to use. I think it's more of. Did you ever have some signals into the room control? Also, yeah, I think also El Bandi is called someone. But yeah, okay, so first off, yeah, I think a better word would be interaction or something instead of trust. And second, hey Vidi, you know this game called Werewolf? You mean the game I mentioned earlier, where it's like mafia and stuff, and people are voting for each other? Huh? Yeah, what about it? The game has a day night. Exactly. I actually played that competitively for a while, in a forum, and oh god, people were so toxic, and competitive werewolf is so fucking toxic, you can't even believe it. There's like also epicmafia.com, which is also where you can play this more competitively, but they are less toxic, which is also kind of nice. And it's like a fastened up version. It's really cool, honestly. The game has a day-night cycle where normal villagers, which are the majority, try to vote and kill the one they suspect to be the werewolf, who, during the night, can turn others into werewolves or outright eat them instead. It kind of feels like we're playing that right now, don't you think? I guess that's how it feels, but what I'm playing by singling me out? Maybe trust is some kind of twist. I honestly start thinking it may be, since what gives you trust and what happens because of it doesn't make any sense. True, like the whole Undertale love is level of violence stuff. Yeah, spoiler for Undertale, like game came out like 4 years ago or something. But yeah, could be. Wait, trust is maybe total ridiculous user submitted torture. Totally random user submitted torture. That's my guess. Write that down. Pin the theory. I guess that's how it feels, but what are you playing by singling me out? What if that game truly is being played real time right now, and the girl in Lux and Ula's room died because you killed her before we woke up, and now we're in the next stage cycle? Why does Tristan know that? Maybe the one we're looking for, the wolf, has got to be voted out then, doesn't it? But I'm not here to kill anybody. In fact, I wasn't even in the classroom with Ula and Lux to begin with. It doesn't work anyway, because, well, the girl was alive when we woke up. She only died later. This is going nowhere, and that's a stupid theory. Oh, I have to do Superbius and Ira's voice again, Jesus. This is going nowhere, and that's a stupid theory. Why would this be based on this werewolf game you're talking about anyway? My mind's still in Korra. I'm all just blind. Yeah, and besides I have my own proof as to why Korra's suspicious. Show it then! They had a list of names in the room too, and it was on Korra too. Does it mean there were two Korras? But Korra specifically introduced herself as Korra. We found the list of names, same as Bia and I. Bia and me. No, that's not the time for grammar, Korra. Was it the list of 3 names or the website page? What list of 3 names? We didn't have anything like that. Think about it, it must have been the website. Oh, I'm confused myself, sorry. There's just one Korra then. Oh wow. Oh wow. We're still running around in circles. Who's voting for who? I'm voting for whoever you vote for. There's no purpose going over who's voting for who right now, and our time is quickly dwindling. We need to come up with a conclusion. You duplicitous lot may suit yourself with this debate, but I desire to keep the equilibrium between my head and the rest of my body proper. For that purpose and the additional purpose of your common survival, I propose we vote swiftly and promptly. I guess there's no avoiding it then. We still don't really know who to vote for, but... Wait up. I want to vote too, but we still have 2 minutes and I don't want to vote for someone innocent. No one's innocent here, Teach. We're all criminals. You know what I mean. I have doubts on Korra and I'd rather not vote for her. I see. So, we're going to that outcome. Guess it sucks for me, but it will save all of them. It will save all of them. What are you talking about? Too long to explain, and we're running out of time. We're all voting for someone different, and we're stuck in a deadlock. That's all I need to know. We need to come to a conclusion. I'm not dying because the teacher put us all in a fucking deadlock. I have been given specific instructions. I have been given specific instructions in case this happened. Just vote for me and don't look back. If I die, everything falls apart and everyone will be saved. Everyone there. What? What? I was literally on. Wait, who has given you what? Who has given you instruction? Who is there? Who is everyone? What? Just vote for me and don't look back. If I die, everything falls apart and everyone will be saved. Everyone there. Specific instructions. He's lost it. That's fine. I'm not even arguing. Just vote for the wolf. Vote for the wolf. Vote for the wolf. I see. Sure, I guess. I also don't understand what he's talking about, but with that kind of sacrifice, there's no way he's a traitor. I don't think it's possible to change the minds, though. So, go ahead and vote for me. I've done some bad stuff too, you know? At least maybe with this, I'm going to atone for the crime I did, and to you, Bia. To you, Bia? What? What do you mean by that? Vote already! Don't you get that lives are on the line here? 7 people are counting on this to happen. Yeah. You think I'm gonna vote just because you said that? I need to know what you mean by this stuff too. Like, you can totally bail on me after saying some stupid thing like that. Huh, I totally can. Eat shit and vote. And Cora? Remember what I told you earlier and don't forget it. About people not being able to trust or something like this, was it? Why'd you bring that up now? Whatever then. If you want to die a hero for your precious Cora, I don't care. So, we vote for VD? Vini, VD, VG. Yeah, sounds like it. That's a complete waste of a vote. Maybe the next one will be more useful. It's interesting that I can actually vote for somebody and it might not change anything. Because like I voted for myself last time and it didn't change that Era is gonna get killed. So I'm just gonna vote myself too. The screens above the voting console settled onto Nvidia's symbol. It was clear that what was to follow it was its execution. Every shotgun but the victims released their hold, leaving the participants to witness the macabre outcome. It took only a mere moment for the gunshot to come. It sounded like it had shot Nvidia at point-blank range, but in reality there were no bullet holes in the helmet he wore. This is the same as Aero. We're gonna hear Nvidia's name, I think. And also his death talk with, I think, Pandora. Time slowed down. Eventually everything froze. Lone wolves die alone. Achievement unlocked. Did something go wrong? It feels as though something should have happened. But nothing happened before time resumed its course at that moment. Interesting, we didn't see his whole, hey, I died, and here's some philosophical talk. I won't look at the flowchart, but I think that is lock. That is a lock, and we need some more information, I guess. But yeah, meticulous, showing great attention to detail, very careful and precise is the name of this chapter. An explosion engulfed Nvidia's body in a cloud of dust and smoke. As it all settled down, the vision became much more horrific than before. Nvidia remained on the ground, with a charred mark on the floor where his head once was. No one could say anything. Some of them, like Luxuria, had turned away in order to not witness the horrendous outcome for what it was, rather content in watching the consoles instead. Others, like Prestigious, stared, dumbfounded. A large pool of red, reminiscent of spilled ink, was spreading from the empty abyss of that missing neck. Ancora watched the remains of perhaps her only real ally, laying limp to the bloodstained surface. The feelings coursing through Ancora were unclear and indescribable. There was fear, horror, apprehension, but there was also relief. It had been her body lying on the ground. Everyone else most likely felt much of the same. What the fuck? Am I the only one who thinks this is insane? It happened, didn't it? It happened, didn't it? Yes. VD's dead. 66. He's not just dead. That's not death, that's desecration. That's like being fucking dead. Those are the same thing. Adding a swear in front of it doesn't make it a completely different thing, Bia. For a moment it looked like Fabrizio was going to say something, as her body language clearly indicated hesitation, but she merely walked off with her shoulders slumped. The silence settling on the group lasted for a while. The dust slowly dispersed as everyone in the group took the outcome in stride. The dead body was a reminder that this fate could be one they all shared. Let's hope it doesn't come to that. The goal is for only the traitor to die, or the least amount of them, since that's not possible now. You know, the worst thing about death is that dead body, it's not a person anymore. It used to be a person, and now it's just an object. It's just a thing. It's just an object. You could shake it, but VOD's not gonna answer. He was alive right before that, though. He was talking and arguing with us. It's just a lack of the ability to process information and answer accordingly. That's the same thing, adding a swear word. Those are the same thing. Adding a swear word in front of it doesn't change anything. Jan-Philipp Zimny wouldn't agree. I like that. It's just a lack of the ability to process information and answer accordingly. It's not really different than a machine. Except we can process it differently because we can choose to not act accordingly. Random voice. Is this the game you've been talking about, sweetie? Yes, Reshka, this is the game I've been talking about. This is Birth Me Code, the great game with great waifus and self-inserts of me. And also a character called me. So yeah, welcome Reshka to the stream as well. Assuming what you enunciate is true, would that not mean we would be following the script regardless? Ancora paid little attention, looking around for the others. Ira and Superbia had been strangely quiet. It's because they had both left already. Fabrizio was still gone and Luxuria was near them. After all, it is presumptuous to assume we have this free will, when the choice, as you inferred, is made based on available information. Tristitia finally stared back at Gula, shrugging. Maybe, maybe not. I don't think anyone can tell. If I had to guess, though, you're probably correct. Again, Tristitia shrugged. We're like monkey puppets dancing on the strings of fates. Isn't that the drop of the title phrase of him? From the trailer? Maybe it's not called fate, maybe it's called destiny, maybe it's called Shakespeare's script. I swear to hecking God, Moon, if you're gonna go with the fucking Shakespeare, if 1,000 monkeys on a typewriter are writing the... Jesus Christ, if that's gonna happen, then... That was a trailer, great. The point is, you can't drive your train, of course. It will stay on the rails. Of course, with sufficient force, I guess you could make it go off the rails. When that happens, though, it's not a good outcome. You'll crush and kill dozens, if not hundreds. And as you can see before us, the consequence is real. Oh god, not the typewriter. Yeah, PTSD intensifies, right? He pushed against Nvidia's side with his foot. Gula grimly retained her silence. The only sound interrupting the moment came from Luxuria, whose tears were running wild. Is that sobbing from fear, disgust, legitimate sorrow, or acting? Also, I wanted to quickly poll those of you who have played Hades Code. How do you think the writing has improved, or maybe, I don't know, stayed the same, like from Hades Code compared to Birth Me Code? Because I was talking with Gedrick last time, and some of his viewers actually said that the writing of Hades Code was a little bit tough to read, which I think I shared at the time, like when I played the game. But I think Birth Me Code is a little bit better, but I'm not sure, so I want to gather some opinions. But yeah. Either way, it doesn't look like we got the mastermind. The others looked at her. It was a real worry. With the timer ticking down again, they had a job to fulfill. Truth be told, the game will really only end the moment I found the traitor. Anything to manipulate them into thinking they won. I'm guessing VD's not been a target. I suppose we'll just have to keep the train going. Hopefully I'm not the next one entering eternity. I don't think anybody would hope for that. Can we stop talking about death? Also, if any of the female viewers watching want to Discord call with me and just voice every female character in this game, feel free to do that because my voice is killing me. I personally didn't really have a problem with headers code writing, so I don't really can say so much. Yeah, I guess as a non-native speaker, it's still another thing because it's a second language. Maybe first language speaker see that differently, but yeah. Also, if you've just joined, if you want to leave a follow to know when I'll go live next, then do so. We have a cute as fuck follow alert, as Luxury would say, and you will love to see that, trust me. Also, I'm only like 3 follows away from affiliate, so super pumped about that. The little girl spoke aloud amidst her tears, supporting herself against one of the consoles. Gula and Tristitia split from the others, deciding to take their conversation elsewhere. Ancora remained with Luxuria. We can go elsewhere too if you want. I guess I can't believe this actually happened twice now. It didn't catch me off guard here. I anticipated it. Thank you, Reshka, for the follow. I can't believe this actually happened twice now. Twice the beheading. Oh, that was the voice of Luxuria. The writing of this game is pretty harsh for second language speakers, if you in terms of... Yes, but I think at least 60% of that is Gula's fault. You're just looking forward at everyone for like, yes. I mean, come on, that I need to milk this. Also, look, this is a literal button I have included to just make this appear. I'm just gonna let it play for those who just joined and didn't see this before. And 3, 2, da 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 da. Okay, I actually can't hear it. Okay, Rueshka, there's supposed to be an UE. Okay, Rueshka. Welcome to the stream, Rueshka. The others from when that girl got the wrong guess, most likely. As Ancora noticed when she wandered close, Luxuria was extremely destabilized by the event, to the point where she wasn't only hugging herself in fear, but also on the verge of mental collapse. Want to help me put in the cards into slot? Okay, I think... Yeah, we had this part, which is... Ask a question to... So is that one of the new things, or not? Like, I feel like we had this, but the text is a little bit else, but yeah. Of course, the vision faded right afterwards. Very soon, everyone's hell, blah blah. Greetings once more. Yeah, okay, this is the same text, so I'm gonna skip over it, basically telling us that we have to find the me cards to vote and stuff. Then the image faded once more, and Ancora's vision was replaced with the real world. Exactly. Shuru looked at Zura, the Burgle. Team Girl decided to keep Luxury company instead of helping the others solve the aforementioned puzzle. You can probably take care of this one on their own anyway. The others had all gone together in front of the double doors leading into an A. Luxury brought Ancora back to her with some more trouble. I kind of want to look at the machine a bit more. We only have so much time before the next voting round. If we're going to do that, we'll be leaving the teams to separate in strange groups. What do you mean? There's 7 left now, so that means if we both stay here to look at the machine and try to figure out how it works, we're leaving them to split as team of 2, 2, and 1. Do we have to? What if they split them into 2 groups of 2 and 3 and we go together in one of the rooms? I guess. But in that case, I should go tell the group. For a moment, Luxury hesitated. Ancora could tell it was because this would leave her alone, and there was already a feeling of kinship developing between the two of them. Yeah, she just wants to kill me. Legit. I think we're in a dead route. Also, I'm so sorry, Rishka. Already clinging on to another, huh? Okay, but come on, this is so... This is the commentary of someone who is not that person. That is so obviously two narrators. God, I want to examine this in like my thesis or something. Like, I mean, my brother, who studied Germanistic, so like German, I guess, and who got a master with 1.1, which is like one of the best grades. Like 1.0 is the best grade, and I think he got 1.1. And his, I think, master or bachelor thesis, I'm not sure, was on the video game Braid, and he analyzed the whole narrative structure. And like, honestly, let me propose this game. Come back fast, Cora. After promising it to Luxurion, Cora walked off to join the main group in order to tell their plan. Ooh, the black screen. Cora found the others as they were caught in a rather heated debate among themselves. No way I'm going with anybody here. Now that I know you're all loons like VD, I can't take any chances for myself. It's just cacophony. Moon really likes the word cacophony. It's this cacophony, right? What he was trying to tell you before dying. No, I just don't give a shit about any of you. Should you pursue this unreasonable course of action, I suggest we remove you from the group promptly and set you aside outside of the rooms we shall be investigating without a me card for the subsequent voting session. You guys can't vote with me anyway, so you have to hand one over sooner or later. Ira's fists were closed in anger. Looking at the others, and Cora realized you had to do something or else a fight was going to break out. In order to mediate the group, Ancora bitched out Superior. Took Superior's side, disagreed with both sides. What are you doing? Tris, Bia, Ira, Ula, all of you just stop, please. Oh, hey, Cora, stay out of this. We've got this. Yeah, sure, Peacemaker, you've got this. Where's the gun, huh? No, you don't. I really don't care about any of you, and I don't... Let me just... Left hand. I just noticed something. Don't worry, I won't go in the flowchart. So he has the bandage on the left hand. Yeah, okay, this makes sense. So basically, he's turned to the left. Yeah, okay, never mind. This isn't a... contradiction. No, you don't. I really don't care about any of you, and I don't want to go with, Oh, I don't want to go with any of you. Akora's voice was drowned out by the fight starting anew. She decided to scream at the top of her lungs to combat the noise. Shut up! We have no time, so I'll take the bitch and you guys can group up. What the hell? No fucking way. Yeah, that was basically my intention with that. Because, like, she wouldn't group with any of them, so she could group with me, you know? It's either that or you stay out of the rooms and get off next, most likely. Nobody wants to deal with a useless brat. Oh, but we promised Luxuria to go into the same room. Oh. The ghost proposition went rather flawlessly. The entire group was glad to not have to deal with Superbia anymore, so they didn't have any issues pawning her off to Ancora. Only Ira didn't change his stance for a few moments before he reluctantly agreed to it. Very well then, I'll be going with Ira, and Ula will be going with Ava. Are you certain of this? The teams seem moderately unbalanced. I'm afraid I cannot accept a mere thoughtless endeavor. Wait, what was the group again? I read that, but I didn't really register that. I'll be going with Ira, and Ula will be going with Ava. Interesting. No, it's not unbalanced. You and Ava are smart, but I think I'm able to piece things better. That way I should go with the most cognitively challenged individual in order to round it out. Wait, who will... Oh, right. I think she'll be left behind, isn't she? Or with us. If you're so certain of your assumptions, very well. Yet I harbor some disagreements regarding the fact you believe your personage to be so mentally superior to us. I'll try a little British accent with her now. I'll be leaving the group now, okay? Bia, come. Bia. Fuck, what is by foot in English? Come by foot, but I don't know. Oh, we'll have a look at what Luxuria wanted us to check, and then we'll go. The rabbit-themed girl shrugged and went in with the bird-themed helmet after a brief goodbye thrown to the others. Joining back with Luxuria, the two girls noticed that the smaller one had been in the process of examining the machine already. Lux, we've got to go soon to solve the room. The time is ticking down and... No, wait, Akora, look, be here too. The two girls approached curious. Luxuria was examining the ninth station, the one that belonged to the person the two other hadn't seen. I think we can do something here. She pointed at the mechanism behind. The shotgun that had been propped up was held by a tall pillar to match the console, which one could open by applying pressure onto the inside panel, not visible from afar. And what does that all mean? I don't know yet, but it opens. Cora knelt beside it and took a look inside. There was machinery, cogs, and belts. Clearly, they were... Is that... No, okay, they're all open. Clearly, they were all made to hook into one another to trigger the shotgun. How it actually worked remained a mystery at a simple glance. You can mess with this once, and it won't matter too much, but the others won't open. This is dangerous territory to cross, though. I want to look at it too. Think it's fine if we fuck around with this stuff, or will me roll over else? Or like, what up? It might be good to look at the others. Maybe they're open like this one. There shouldn't be any harm in just having a look, but I think me will get mad if we break the stuff. Ancora stood back up and let Superbia have a look inside the box. While the rabbit remained there, the other girls searched the rest. As much as Ancora tried, no box opened like the first one, except for the one behind Nvidia's console. Interesting. So they can open after the fire? Something doesn't feel right. Must be a problem with the mechanism. None of this should be accessible under normal circumstances. Ancora watched the box for a moment before reaching inside with a hand. She found a small switch she could flip. It was very well hidden in the bag. Unless you knew where to find it, it seemed impossible to figure out its location. That's the mechanism to release the gun. This will give a very huge advantage over the others. But it will also make it much harder to garner the trust. Either way, it's not loaded. None of them are. What happens when they are fired is entirely from the helmet side. Oh, interesting. Her thumb brushed against the switch, and after a small push of her hand, the mechanism began moving. Very quickly, the bird-themed helmet girl pulled her arm out of the box just as the collapse released the instrument of death. The question remained. Either Ancora took the gun or she left it there. On one hand, the gun would give her protection, as if it was left here to act as shield. Ancora glanced at the other two. They hadn't noticed the gun coming loose. Having it would make her a prime target. That was why, if she took it, she had to be sure of what she wanted to do with it. With the stress of the moment getting to her head, Ancora... I think I'm gonna take the gun. Wait, what? I just got an achievement. Wait, what? Raise your trust with the mystery person. What? I'm gonna open this in Paint.net. I just got an achievement. Okay, so first this, but also like, what? Okay, so this is the achievement I got. Wait, what? Raise your trust with the mystery person early. Do you see this? What the fuck? What the fuck? Also interesting, Nvidia is on the other side now. Like basically on the other side of death, or I guess of the space of being. What? This is... Moon is this right now? Oh god, what the heck? Rising back up, Ancora reached both hands forward, grabbing the shotgun. She took it off its stand and held it in both hands. One on the trigger and the other under the barrels. Cora, what the hell did you do? Superbly kept a distance to watch Cora in light apprehension, or perhaps envy. Or maybe even disgust. The fact remained that Cora now had a gun. Luxuria glanced over and recoiled in panic. Cora, don't tell me you're going to... Cora shook her hands. No, I'm just keeping them for protection. I don't want to shoot anybody. Oh, that's reassuring. It felt reassuring, but Cora didn't feel like she had to explain herself any further. She was actually eager to move from the voting stand since the boxes could be opened if the person in question died. The fuck? So this confirms that trust doesn't mean actual trust, I think. Like, how does this raise trust with the mystery person? Last thing I'd want is for anyone else to grab one of the shotguns, even if they aren't loaded. Unsurprisingly, the two girls followed without any fuss. Much like in Korra, they were in a hurry to move away from where the instruments of death were being held. On the way towards Wing A, Superbia asked the two girls a peculiar question. Hey, let's say you had a shotgun and it was loaded. Who would you shoot? She's not subtle at all. Like, absolutely not subtle. Huh? Her tone made it clear the question took her by surprise. Time was ticking, but the three of them came to a standstill near the entrance to Wing A. Let me just take a sip of water. So I wonder, go with the flow. Fill the entire flowchart as the next achievement. Sure, just go ahead and do that. Are you sure we have time for this? Why not? Do we really have to explore room? We've got 6 hours, 2.5 nearly went by. Votes in about 35 minutes. Well, we need those me cards. Unless someone dies during this hour slice. Luxuria's knees shook a little, and Korra could tell she wasn't a fan of the upcoming plan of assassination. Okay, so first off, I think we can all agree that this is acting, since we've seen the real Luxuria, kind of. But also, do you feel like maybe this isn't shaking because of anxiety or fear, but more shaking because... Okay, this is gonna sound weird, but like in anime and stuff, it might be an orgasm. Like, I don't know if you watch Kakegurui, but she's the main protagonist is gambling a lot, and she has orgasms during gambling, kind of. Like, it really turns her on, and it makes her feel good. So, maybe Luxuria feels good about the thought of killing somebody. Like, we also saw the implications of her killing her. Nice, thanks! I'm so glad, because I was so afraid I was sounding too perverted, but if you thought of Kaguri as well, then yeah, like we saw this little section where she was basically engulfed in the pleasure and stuff, and the lewd subtext says that it's like, I don't know, she just did something with the boobies of her, but the more deeper subtext maybe means that she got blood on the clothes. There's also a scene with the gun. Do you remember when they got yeah, exactly, with the either when she was on the toilet and just did Russian roulette with herself, or when they were in this enclosed space, which actually looks kind of similar to this one, and gambled with the gun. And Korra could tell she wasn't a fan of the upcoming plan of assassination. Those guns are unloaded anyway. Maybe Tristitia? He's a little creepy. She says that because Tristitia is the most dangerous one for her. Because he wouldn't fall for any sweetness or any hotness or anything. And Korra looked at Luxuria with surprise. The girl had been quite scared of bodies earlier, now she was answering Superbia. Though I do agree he's a little creepy. So Korra, what's it going to be then? If you could shoot somebody, who? And Korra thought about it for a moment. She figured answering either Superbia or Luxuria wouldn't be a good idea. Given the choice, she would shoot Ira. Oh, but then I'm ruining the trust relationship with her. And if I say Tristitia, then I'm raising it with Luxuria, probably, yeah. So we'll go Tristitia. I'd shoot Tristitia too, I guess. It's true he's a bit creepy and he's too calm when moving around dead bodies. Nah. How does this raise the trust level with Tristitia saying that I will shoot him? This is like the final nail in the coffin of the theory that trust level doesn't actually mean trust. This means something completely else. Chat, do you have any theories? Because, like, holy heck, that cannot be. There was no reason to pick any differently from Luxuria. She hoped this could bring them together a little closer. So yeah, exactly my thought. Superbia shrugged as if it didn't matter to her. But you're right, either way, regardless of who you'd shoot, the gun's unloaded. Let's just get a move on. She didn't say who she would shoot. The rabbit-themed girl gave a nod towards the open hallway, and Cora stared at Luxuria, who said nothing, though she averted her gaze. Following up on the marching order from before, Ancora took the lead. Ooh, the black thing again. We're entering a new path, I think. Ancora stopped in front of a closed door. This was the classroom the first group had chosen to explore. She wasn't sure if this was Ira and Tristia's room or if it was Averiti and Gural's room. The metal plate at the top was far too high for her to look inside without jumping. Either way, it was covered by said metal plate. Even if she could reach it, it was useless. I thought it could be something about a bar, whether those persons are going in the direction me would want them to go, either dying or something. The mystery person could be Ancora. Not sure if that makes sense, though. Yeah, that could be. Maybe the percentage of how likely they are to die or to self-sacrifice themselves. Because the thing is, me always has a weird phrasing. She says always, you're forfeiting your right to live. No, wait, you're surrendering your right to live. And surrender is willfully. So it's not like you give up on it or you're forced to give up. You willingly surrender your right to live. So you say, hey, it's okay, I'll give you the life. And I think that's what Ira did. He was at 99%. Maybe the R in trust is right. But yeah, he was saying, vote for me, I surrender my right to live, I'm going to be the victim for the sake of the group. And Nvidia did the same thing. But it was only 66% because he was told that he should do something if that happens. So I think that's why it was 99%, and 33% is, I think, because Ancora is doing something where she might shoot herself or something. Like, this is a step towards her surrendering her own right to live. The metal plate at the top was far too high for her to look inside without jumping, and either way it was covered by said metal plate. Even if she could reach it, it was useless. The door is closed, so there's no point sticking around. The girl set off again, finding a second floor that was much like the first. The other two groups had gone for the closest one. I wonder what kind of subject each group is learning about now. She murmured to herself, but no one answered her. The two girls must have been thinking about it too. She assumed they were too stressed about by what they might have to solve in their room. Finally, Ancora stood before the final room for the section of Wing A, and she opened the door to look inside. There was a comfortable lounging area. She was about to walk in before she realized something was amiss. Luxuria and Superbia were gone. Fudge nuggets, since when have they left? This is very much not the time. The door is going to lock in the next 39 seconds. A bad feeling spread through Ancora. Leaving the door aside, she retraced the steps to find the tallest and the shortest girl of the group. Solving it alone would cause more issues than problems which will resolve. There's no helping it then. Someone's gonna have to die without a voting session. Where have you gone? We have to solve this fast. In truth, the door was already locked by the time the girl had reached the entrance of Wing A again. Only silence greeted her, giving her no clues to where the others... What happened? What the fuck? This is gonna be a dead end, isn't it gonna be? They couldn't have gone too far. There was only one way to take. Even though there were a few twists and turns to Wing A, the entirety of it had just been one long hallway. But now she was at crossroads. Fitting for this middle area of the school was often nicknamed the Crossroads, where the students stood between all four wings. Where did they go? Did they go back to the voting machine? Did they go back to the first hallway? Ancora wasn't sure, but ultimately, I think they're going to need to go to get guns. She went to the voting machines. Her steps brought her to the mechanisms they had inspected earlier. There was no trace of anybody or anything at all. That's right, something was wrong. She didn't expect to necessarily find anyone here, but as she proceeded to examine the ninth one, something was amiss. Shotgun was there, of course, yet her hand was going through it, unable to touch it or pick it up. The same was happening to Nvidia's shotgun. She could touch the symbol plates, but not the fire. Is this the Matrix? Is the Matrix glitching out right now? Because I want to say, hey, all 9 shotguns are there. Moore was too lazy to edit background. No, I think this is on purpose. Huh? It's there, but I can't touch it. What is this? What does it mean? I definitely could touch it earlier. A ghost? Can't touch it. Hand through going it. That's a sign of ghost, isn't it? No, it doesn't make any sense. Cora, scared by what she was witnessing, scared enough to leave the area back to the staircase. She waited there a few minutes to try and figure out what luxurious. Wait. She waited there a few minutes to try and figure out where Luxuria and Superbian had gone, but they never appeared. Instead, she went to the first hallway, deciding whether they must have been there, but there wasn't anyone. The girl tried to process just how well that was possible. She'd explored every possible area of the wing and the crossroads. By now, the timer showed there were only 10 minutes remaining. Groups would begin to emerge from the room soon. Why aren't you hacking the helmets? There's no time to lose. Where are you? I knew it. As if to answer her, a loud gunshot echoed in the hallway. It came from behind, and Carol fell to the ground after that, body flopping over like a marionette with its ring cut. Was it Tristia? The marionette with its string cut is such a Tristia thing to say. Before her vision had caught, she almost saw what the figure looked like. It was not alone. There were 2 of them. And finally everything went absolutely black. I wonder whose shadows those were. The most possible explanation would be Luxurian and Superbi's shadow, but there are 2 problems with that. The first problem is obviously that both shadows were somewhat tall. That excludes Luxuria from having taken part in it, unless a shadow magically grows taller than most others. The second problem is the shotgun. Nobody taught them how to remove it unless one of them spied while it was happening. Once again, Luxuria is too short to have done that without being noticed. Superbia was definitely one of the odd 2 of them, though. That means Superbia took the shotgun. But the shotgun was still there. For some reason, all the shotguns were there, even if any attempt at contact with them failed. As for the second shadow, I don't know whose it is. I can only guess. It was a little shapely, a little defined, like muscles, so maybe Ira? Maybe it was Ira. Superbia and Ira. Maybe his presence there caused this to happen, in which case he should have been removed. If I had another chance, I'd tell myself to watch out for Ira. To focus on Ira. Without Ira, Superbia probably would be as defenseless as a little bunny. Looking at the consoles too closely had been a mistake too. I still can't wrap my hand around the state of the shotguns. Something strange is going on here. Not that it matters to me anymore. Your endless darkness awaits. But the box remains shut. I'm excited for Gedrick's playthrough for this because he says this whole unimpeded voice line with a different voice every time, but the box remains shut with a voice line every time would be also nice. Crazy. Okay, so first let's look at the CG and the lexicon. Werewolf Mafia. Oh, nice! Actually, Mafia here. Werewolf Mafia is a competitive game involving deaths by majority vote. It's a game with a day and night cycle where the majority has the power during the day and the minority has the power during the night. The primary goal of the game is to pit an uninformed majority against an informed minority, see which side can outsmart the other. Generally speaking, it is impossible to really figure out the minority without any loss, so some trial and error makes the initial phases a gamble. Tricking people into giving themselves away is fun to. I agree with everything that says. Especially want to hear the voice for that emoji. Jesus Christ. No, but it is. Let's just look where the flowchart is. There was a secret third one that we didn't know about. I knew it. I fucking knew it. Oh, wait, was that for? I actually can't remember. Jesus Christ. Which is this puzzle? Ah, I can actually see. With 2 other important objects. What are you It was 4 from the beginning. It was 4 from the beginning? Oh, never mind, okay. So interesting though, and it's interesting how this is all the death of Ancora, and only interesting that Nvidia's death isn't really counted here. So this isn't really the Nvidia end, I guess. We didn't get to a second hacking phase. Yeah, I'll need to hack a new helmet then. Also there's a locked one here, interesting. God, this is so fucking interesting. God, I love this so much. Oh my god. You can't even begin to God. Okay, so some theories. I'm actually gonna... Let me just open up a Excel spreadsheet. Okay, so we're gonna write down some theories. Okay, theories. Theory 1, Luxuria loves killing. She killed the first one, she killed participant number 9, and she made a mess on Gula, maybe blood. Luxuria loves boobs. Thanks. Luxuria is maybe a trap. This is all a simulation / the Matrix. The shotguns were bugged. 2 narrators. Definitely. Italics and non-italics. I'm sorry if the typing is a little bit loud, I can lower my volume. I'll also enlarge this a little bit. Which theories did we have, chat? Gula is the terrorist. Trust is not trust. Trust is not actually... Wait, I'm gonna... Trust is not actually trust. Maybe a acronym for initialism. Great, thanks. What else do we have? God, this is so cool. Yeah, of course, Pandora is not actually Pandora. Ancora, obviously. Chat. I'm struggling to remember my theories. Let's see if my thing that we did there... Okay, so I had a theory that someone else was... that maybe Nvidia was hacking... Nvidia was hacking... looks helmet. Maybe already disproven because we could access it now with just the phrase, which is weird. Tristia had an epiphany. Superbia has a friend who is an addict. Maybe Ira or maybe Ray from Hades Code. Of course, Marco is... Ira is Marco from Ask. I guess the fact that the game might be a lead people to come to their own conclusion of death must have just killing them. So you mean that this game was made so they can come... wait, I just realized, sorry, I need to... Yeah. Come to peace with death? Is that what you're saying? Chat was hidden for a second, sorry. The surrendering the right to live. Surrendering. the trust means willfully. It means likeliness of willfully surrendering the right to live. Oh yeah, also the theory that was old, that there are maybe more than one master. Like everyone thinks about the mastermind. Everybody thinks they're the mastermind. Yeah. Okay, these are some theories we did. I'm gonna save that. The code theories. And yeah. I did this right now because I want to take a quick break. And with quick, I mean actually an hour. So you can. What about Marco? Yeah, I already wrote that down on Marco. Well, I had the theory that he was Marco from Hades Code. That is basically my only theory. Oh wait, right? Because he said that his name was Alex. No, Pandora named his name was Alex, but he said that he thought his name was Marco. That's quite the theory, yeah. I mean, maybe that has something to do with, like in Hannah's Code, the whole thing. I don't want to go into that because of spoilers, but maybe this has something to do with it, but we'll have to see. But yeah, I wanted to take a break an hour. I'll be back at the next hour mark, so at 9 p.m. German time. I want to make myself a little bit of food, chicken McNuggets actually. um, so you can also take a break, get some water, get on the toilet, cuddle with your loved ones, and so on. I'll be back in an hour. I'll stop the stream and let the stream go on again. I'll announce it on Twitter again and also on the Discord and stuff. Follow me on Twitter if you want to see when I'm going live. Ring the notification bell on Twitch to get a notification when I'm live. Follow me on YouTube. And yeah, also watch out for Twitter. I'll be posting the giveaway for a copy of Birth Me Code on the Twitter. You can participate by just doing like 3 simple steps. And yeah, thanks to Ji Chanban on Discord who's sponsoring the copy. Yes, I also tweet when I have good turnip prices in Animal Crossing, so make sure to follow me. Oh man. But yeah, see you in an hour. Hope everyone can relax for a second. Streams are always so tiring, I know. But yeah, until in an hour, I guess.